Look at this. Okay, 2.5, 43. All right, get a little experiment going, measuring the usage on the graphics processing thingy, because this thing's been lagging on my end too. So if I can figure out what makes this thing lag, right? Maybe I can make it stop lagging so much. See, let me get a screen up here. That's not it. Here it is. Wait a minute. Wait for it. Come on. Ugh. Okay, screen. So, yeah, here it is. That's just a task manager, but I'm using the graphics card, of course, for Chrome because I've got that thing trying to stream, which I put it on pause. And I got OBS, which is this, right, eating up a whole lot too. So, well, this is a cheap computer, right? It's not, we're 55% on that, right? This is a cheap computer. It's not one of them nice Walmart computers. It's one of the cheap Walmart computers. So I think if I had a better computer, I might get better results. Okay, what do we have? Here's the screen. Yeah. Scope. Yeah, I got nothing to show. Here's something. I can hide this. So I figured I got to pack stuff up. And then I got to clean up this desk because, dude, it has got away from me. It always is around this time of the week. So I can kill two birds, chat with you guys, and see what's going on. No lagging here. Give it time. I am the first like. Thank you, Kyler. Thank you very much. That's Reptile Collector, Ant, Jeff Halstead, G&P Coins. Yeah, we had the big show, and this is it. This was today's prize. We had a couple of, oh, check it out. We got state quarters, 10 of the darn things, 2001 and 2007. Now for the sevens, we also had the 10 satins to go with it. So you got half of the 2007 quarters. You get a roll of 2018 Ds. We got, just a whole bunch of wheats. Just a whole bunch. Find a place to set that down. We got a loop with a lanyard. Now that's a handy thing. That's just plain handy, right? And this probably lets you do something with it. I don't know what. Wonder what that is. Let's see if I can break it. Yeah. Get a police whistle. Look the same. Those are neat. Who sent those in? That was Phoenix Van Life sent in those lanyards. We got a bunch of them here. So I figured, okay, we'll just give those away. Maury sent this in. Oh, those proof quarters and these halves and like a barber and some of these Canadian coins. This big Newfoundland $50. That's like a $12 or $15 coin. That one. That come from Bill J. We got the big fat Morgan. That's a $40 bill. We got the the 3-cent nickel. This little one right here. This little guy. That's $20. You got the capped bust dime. I can put that over here. Where'd here's one. All right, let's look at that. It's kind of worn, but it's probably the first one I've seen across this desk in many months. Screen, there it is. Pretty worn, but it's an 1835 dime. Oh yeah, plenty of detail left. A little bit light on the back on the detail. Newfoundland was not Canada until 1981 or something. Huh. My old man used to go up to Lake Manicougan and go fishing. They'd stop just before crossing the border and hit the liquor store. And they'd just be drunk out in the woods fishing. Hey, it was his way. You get a vacation a couple of weeks a year. And just him and the guys would just go to the woods. I don't know if they even got any fishing done. But they hit the crown real good. What are we doing? We're going to talk about ways to make, while I pack, because I'm packing all this stuff up. Where is it? There we go. I got to get this stuff out the door because this guy wanted. He'd like to have it. In the meantime, we could talk about different ways to make the show better. You got ideas? I am all ears about it. I've been doing pick a date, and that's kind of a neat way to do it. Nobody else does pick a date, and I've been steering towards pick one choice because you get a whole bunch of people guessing 50 times. I can't see that thing scrolling so darn fast. Newfoundland joined Canada in 1949. Look at it. Before that, it was a dominion of Great Britain. Alrighty. There's like 47 people in Newfoundland. I haven't actually been there, but if you like lingonberries, and they're pretty good. Well, you got something to live for, I guess. How about a class on grading? Yeah, we could do that one day for sure. I've done something about that. You can, well, there's several ways to do it, and you'll love this. Where's that big sack of pennies? I got them right here at the ready. I thought I had cards. I put away all my cards already. Those are my cards. All right. Different stuff you can do. Let me spread these out, turn them right side up. This is why I do the shows and I just start hauling stuff out and talking, and more stuff gets hauled out. And I'm talking about 10 different things. Never get to what I want to talk about. So anyway, yeah, I'll show you a quick trick on this. How else can we choose a winner? What other ways? Because I'm not going to type in 50 names. We did it back when it was, entry. For every entry you type in a name, and then I just copy and paste, so you count for how many entries you have. That was all well and good, but that is a raffle, and that's illegal, at least in this state. And I don't need the sheriff banging on the door. All right, here's a whole bunch of pennies. Let me get down here. And this is neat what you can do. You build a little reference set. We're going to screw any of these up. Let me put some, I got these little risers. Yeah, this will work. Yeah. Oh, these are the key to the whole operation. Without these risers, I'd need like 6 tables. Because these allow me, if I do it right, to go vertical without screwing stuff up underneath. There, that'll work. All right. I've shown this one before. You get a whole bunch of coins, right? Build your own reference set. You know that this one, you can look at it. This is better than that one, right? And you can set up, a dozen or so of these in a row from best to worst, right? You go through and have a look at them. Where should that one be? That should be right about in there, I suppose. Okay, then you run over to get a pen ready. Get a pen ready. This is going to lag. PCGS photo grade. Here it is. Now, we're going to drag up for a bit because I'm loading a page. We'll go to the screen. Go down to here. This is PCGS photo grade. And can you see that at the top? Nope. How about now? There you go, right up top here. You got www.pcgs.com/photograde/. It'll get you here, and you pick cents or whatever you like. You got everything from colonials to gold. Right? You can pick your cents, choose Lincoln cents, and then you can take a look at photos of coins that are graded. It works just the same way as a photo grade book, which I've already packed away. And then you compare what you have down here. Let's go home. Home. Then you compare those photos with what you have here. And you know that this one is good and this one is fine. So then you can figure out what these are and say this one's very fine. So you got to figure out where that one lies, right? And you have essentially a graded set that you can put together for reference. So get them in a flip, save them, store them, set them aside. And then since you have a calibrated set, right, this is good, this is fine 12, this is fine 15, this is VF 20, this is VF 25. You get a calibrated set. You can take another coin. Oh, look, here's one right here. And hold it up and say, this one matches that one right there. That's F12. And that'll save you some troubles. For PCGS photo grade, you can just look at the pictures. And I gotta get rid of these. Because, dude, there is no room on this desk. That's a One way to do it another way, well, get the slabs. Here's a Proof 69. Here's a Proof 69. What's that one? What's this one? That's a nickel. What's that one? Okay, here's MS64. Okay, so you can take and get a bunch of slabs. So they've been professionally graded. Then it's the same idea. Set these up, you know, in a line. You got XF, VF, good, whatever. All the grades in slabs. And again, you have a reference set that way. So I'm going to find the dashboard here, because I'm trying to keep up with chat. There. Because I wanted to talk about how can we make the show better. And I'm missing a whole chat if I get on these little tangents talking about stuff. How old is he? He says. I'm like 20 minutes behind. No lagging. I'm the first to lag. Perhaps limit the resolution on things that are not the coins. Well, I've got coins here. I've got coins in the USB. There's 3 cameras running. But I've got other stuff. I've got, oh yeah, I've got eBay I'm running right now too. I got an hour to go. Somebody remind me when it's 9:40, because I'm going to take a break. I'm going to kill PCGS too. And Wikipedia. There. I should be, I've got a calculator. We'd kill that. Yeah. And shut down everything non-essential. Hit that like button. I opened some of the stuff on the desk at least, or organized. These desk cleaning blues. Oh God, I need like a desk on top of a desk. I need far more shelves. Chris Hurley, yes, I got your $5. That'll start off the next week's show. And I used it to print a shipping label for you. That's not it. There it is. So I got a shipping label made for you. Let's see if we can see it. So there's your tracking number. It's got a book in it. You'll like it. It's photo grade. It's what we were just talking about. You'll like that. There's a couple of packages getting ready. And I got several more here to go. So yeah, I got your 5. Let's scroll down just a bit. Well, that scrolled down like 2 hours. Let's see, let's see. There's a variety of DDR on the Wyoming where there's doubling on the horse's hind legs. I don't know about the hind legs. I got one right here though. We can look at that. Here's a pointy stick. Let's find that horse. There she is. What kind of horse is that one? Where's Nathan? Nathan in here? A lot of times you get doubling on these Wyoming quarters. They're going to be right in around here, right? Just inside the gap under his arm, and just inside this, whatever this thing is, the saddle horn thing. Is that his thumb? Because I think he might need to get some help on that. But that's where the typical doubling would be on these, or at least the known varieties. You're saying something about back here? Well, this is a good spot for class 8, or Daughtry calls it class 9. This is a good spot for the tilted hub, right in the center of the coin, and then out towards the edges. All right, so the hind leg, well, here's your center. You're about halfway to the edge. That's an odd spot to have doubling, but a lot of class 5s could have that. Right, you take the whole thing, kind of shift it in one direction. What's this? I get stuff on the camera stacked up. But the easiest places to find doubling are going to be in the center position, right close to the center, like the bullseye, and around the outer edges, because it's radial, right? You draw a line on a circle. I need a piece of paper. What is this? Let's see if I can show this one right. Home. There you go. I use that to hold the, that's a band I use on the flips. Okay. You got a circle. And if you shift something pivoting around the center, right, it's going to be easier to see the further out from the center, because if I shift it something 5 degrees, in the center it's going to be this much distance, right? That's how wide it's going to be. But on the outside, it's going to be this much distance, right? 5 degrees. So the center, yeah, you can get doubling in there, but you're going to see it a whole lot easier. Where is it? There's that little line in the center. That's how wide 5 degrees is in the center, whereas 5 degrees on the outer edge is 4 times as far. It's a lot, you know, it's the way the angle's out. So keep an eye on that. There, that's my goal with the 2 centers. Not the small model, not with the 09s. Let me catch up a little. I'm like, these are posts from 20 minutes ago. Matt Penn says, I don't know, Ken, the law is different down south. Isn't it? And they eat this, they eat like, they call them peas, but they're not really peas. They're beans. Why do they call beans peas? It's not acre peas. It's a bean, okay? Really. Don't eat, it's not good they're not even good. How can you eat that stuff? We sold the dickens out of them in the diner. Here you go. And they tore it up. March out the door and go. And greens, I like them collard greens, mustard greens, turnip greens. Well, I got no problem with greens. But if it's a bean, it's not a pea. You know, one day I put peas up. Oh, I'll take the peas. I said, peas. What are these? Peas. Well, that's English peas. See, you can't call them that down here. The South. But dude, it hasn't snowed here ever. It was 84 degrees out there today. Had the door open. Cat was running in. Possum was running in. I threw the cat out. Made good sense. But the way they eat down here is different. Of course, it's a regional thing. Tex-Mex, they eat differently. New England, everything's boiled. I don't know what they eat in Washington, California. Probably things, cappuccino, frappuccino, rappuccino, al Pacino. They drink all that stuff. Is there an app you can use to pick a winner? If I use an app to pick a winner, well, I've got that issue with the computer being really slow because it's a cheap, junky computer. So that would slow it down even more if it had to read the chat. Well, we can stop looking at this. We'll go back over here. Let's see, maybe whoever likes your video is considered an entry. And give those who donate. See, I can't do that. I can't give one person more chances to win, right? I was doing it when we first started. It was, you know, $1 per entry. And you can enter as often as you like. That breaks the rules. One, it's a raffle. State of Florida Gaming Commission is going to come and stomp on my throat. And 2, it violates YouTube rules. Well, if we're going to do it, we got to do it by their rules or they're going to cut us off. But yeah, it worked. The whole thing was when we started, those who donate have a chance to win. And the more you donate, the greater the chance. There was a direct link from, you know, performance to opportunity, from effort to reward. Well, the way it's set up, I can't do that. I got to give everybody an equal chance. So we severed the link from donations to opportunity, right? The people who contribute don't have anything to gain. They get the same chance as anybody else to win all this good stuff. And I mean, there's all kinds of good. Look at this. Well, it's called socialism, isn't it? And it's a race to the bottom because why should I put in more when I have the same chances of winning as somebody else? You know, I put in $5, I put in no dollars, I put in $50, I got the same chance of winning. And so there's no incentive to contribute to the show. We used to get $400 or $500 prizes. Now I'm scratching. We just broke $100 today. So I'm trying to think, how can we make this bigger? Because I'm not putting in those $100 half dollars. You know, those 1915 Barbers, those Lexington halves that are just screaming gorgeous. And I'd like to get those back and really put out some magnificent stuff. I was talking about the 1099 forms. I got close to having to do one, but well, I get away without doing the one. So the people like the show. They like the prize. Geez, they scream. They rave about the prize. They love the prize. How can we get that prize back? Right? How can we make it a draw? How can I reconnect the people to really donate back to the show? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Can you, or who likes the videos? That broke up. I don't understand what that is. Let me just run up to the front here because I'm like way behind in the chat. Ideas and comments are what we're looking for. What's a better way? Because I'm understanding that I guess we could have had a larger prize at some point had we changed the way we chose the winner. I was looking. Matt Penn won an awesome prize. He got a good prize. He did. I forget what it was. What do you expect from bureaucrats? Nothing. Nothing. I expect nothing. I hope for nothing. I would love nothing better than for nobody to ever knock on this door. Yeah. They need to feel better about themselves using other people's money. Any ideas to make the show better? Please speak up. That's what we're trying to talk about. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be packing stuff too. How about an early proof set show? Knowledge base and a giveaway at the end of a 69 or something. Perhaps a 74. Okay. Fund it. I'm a man of limited means. I just paid my property taxes, or actually I'm about to pay my property taxes tomorrow. I just came up with the money. I haven't worked in 2 years. I just stay home, I play with the coins. It's working for me. I like it. It's fun. But I'm able to pay my bills. The house is paid for, right? And I'm getting ahead little by little. It's slow. But just handing stuff out for the sake of being a great guy, I don't have that option. I'll probably kill the books on the coin class because it's 25, 30 bucks a month that I can't quite afford yet. I'll work on it. General question show. I mean, just have people show up and say, hey, what? Like this. Yeah, why not? We could do that. I've done it a bunch of times. You know, just get on at random. Let's talk. That was a good old days. Can you have silver proof sets? Oh, I mean to get some. Yeah, they like those silver proof sets. I have something to improve on. What you got, Logan? You got a way to make it better? Because I want to hear it. Brad's back. I haven't seen you in a while. But we've had a big show. We've had monstrous shows. How can we get those back? I mean, we're doing great with people sending stuff in. Bill J has sent piles of stuff. Maury, roll upon roll upon roll. Bill sent some stuff in. Lemonhead sent that. Where'd it go? Where did it go? It's gone. Okay, I gotta stop moving that stuff around. I think I might have stuffed it in with the proofs here. I'm packaging. I've lost a barber. Nope. Oh, there it is. Lost a dime. Okay, we're gonna leave this stuff right here because I don't need to get that mixed up with this other stuff. Okay, like here's one. What does offset mean when it comes to Lincoln pennies? Nothing. There's no such thing as offset. There's misaligned and there's off center, where a coin comes in and kind of gets struck. You know, the dies here strike and the coin only gets in part way. Right? And then there's misaligned dies where they kind of line up, but one's a little bit off. And there's a subtle difference there. And they're usually quite minor. The off centers are pretty slick. And yes, how much it struck off center. At about 20%, they start to gain more real value. And if they have a date, people like that too. Have to so people of all ages can do it. Well, I'm going to stick with the 18 or older. And if we want to continue that discussion, I'm going to take you off the channel. 18 or older. One rule, real simple. I'm going to stick with it. It stays. That part stays. That's part of the template on which we must work. right on 2x2s. I use these. I use the plastic flips. And where the heck did they go? I had some around here somewhere. I printed off a sheet. I'm going to have to hunt. Let's see. You can print stuff off on that computer and use them. So you're not scribbling on your coins. Here we go. And just chop these up with a pair of scissors. You print them off, you put them in. Right? You get the coin, the ID number, if you need an ID number, date, grade. Oh, let's see. This might work. Yeah, this is one experiment. I was going to see if it works and photocopy and go from there. But that would essentially be the insert for one of these. Okay, because Mantic's got an insert. So now I got to have an insert. Because I can put something on the back of that real easy. But this is kind of big. So I'll probably take off that ID slot. But they slide right in. Well, that's the idea anyway. I could get more flips. I'm getting low on flips. I got less than 1,000 at this point. So I suspect I'll sell 2,000 in the next 3 days. There you go. Yeah, I'd have to take off another line off of that. Okay, the ID number line goes away. I can scribble that in the back. And what do we got? How's that going to work? You can get an ink stamp for 10 bucks, 20 bucks. And that would work. At least you have some printing and you can write information on it. You know, you put the coin in there. Let's say this one, for example. So that when you fold it over, you've got the coin and information right behind it. Well, why not? That ought to work. And you can print these off at home pretty easily. Skip the staples. Oh, gosh, yeah, get the hard flips. Right? Then there's these. If you really want to, I got one right here. There's those if you really want to step it up. That's got a proof time in there. All right. You can throw that across the room, she'll be fine. And those have plastic bags. These are 50 cents a piece. Oh, I'm going to put it this way because it says made in China, even though the dime is not made in China. So rather than have that look at it, you stick it in the baggie, keeps the scratches off your coins. I do the same thing with the slabs, right? There you go. Put your slab in a bag. And that helps. SJ's having an auction now. Well, Jesus. Get over to SJ if you're interested in some good stuff. She's usually got some good stuff. If someone wants to stop by and help her out, she's broken selling her personal collection. Jesus. Yeah, if you want to help out SJ, by God, I'm just running my mouth is all I'm doing. She needs the cash. Help her out. I have a problem with my notes, however. I cannot find those sand numbers anywhere. Okay. Alrighty, sand numbers. Let's see if I can find. I'm going to load a page. It's going to drag up a bit. Let's see how long this takes. Where's the screen? There it is. Okay. There's my blog. I'm going to scroll up over here on this side. We got the, what do we got? Lincoln Cent die variety cheat sheet over here on the right side. I'm going to open that up. Okay, we're going to go down to the bottom of this, if it'll load. And I've got the die varieties index. This is the only path I got for you, real easy. And in there, you've got the attribution nomenclature. Ta-da! Which is right there. So, 1 Million Pennies Project.blogspot.com 2017-07 attribution nomenclature HTML. Yeah, can you remember that? And that'll give you a start. This is incomplete, however. We've developed it further over in the blog, and I'm about to go public with that anyway. So there's a site. Here's the sand numbers. We're about to put this up. It's terribly incomplete, but it might inspire people to pitch in. Okay, standard database, table of contents, and the nomenclature. There it is. Table of contents, and there you go. Yeah. Let's see if I can copy that. And I'll put this where? Put this in the dashboard. Okay, go to the below. Here it is. There. And you should see that below the window now. Can we see that over here? Yeah, right there. That's the link to it. I don't know if it'll work for you. There's Roger Marchant. Yeah, we're talking about ways to improve the big show. That's the objective. We've got a lot of other questions I keep sidetracking myself with. No, but this is important too. Oh, we'll just keep on talking. We used to have meetings up at the plant, right? You'd work a project, you'd work a job, do it repeatedly for months and months and months, and then they'd, well, kind of have a meeting of the heads, and they'd bring people in. We talk about that particular job that we've been doing for months and months. The idea is, geez, you spend a couple of hours to talk it over and look for ways to streamline that process or new ideas to change that process. It can end up saving you a whole lot. I come up with some ideas up there. One girl almost wanted me to, she wanted to throw me over the side because she'd been there for 25 years, never come up with a first idea. First time I'm up there, I said, we just put a clamp on that. We can pull it with a rope. No, we got to struggle and fight and risk broken necks. Need a clamp. They're $3. They're this big. I got 40 of them at the shop over here. Do you do coin giveaways ever? Says Roger. Let's find the, let me find this. We're going to go to home. Do I do coin giveaways ever? Today's prize, right, we had, let's see, 10 proof quarters, 2001 and 2007. All right, there's those. To go with the 2007s, we had all the satins from that year. So you got half of the 2007s. You get the satins and the proofs. I can get these out of here. Plus, of course, a 10x loop with a lanyard. A 3-cent nickel. This beautiful capped bust dime. Kind of worn, but a lot of people don't have one. We had, an ostrich shilling, a Morgan dollar, 1878 S in extremely fine condition. This was a 1923 S. This big giant copper round. A Barber quarter. Several Kennedy proofs. There we go. With several Kennedy proofs. 2000, 2002, 2006, and 2011. There were, let's see, Standing Liberty quarter, a Canadian quarter from 1912. This really slick Newfoundland $half. Another Standing Liberty quarter, so we had 29D and 26, and ended up with, I don't know what that is. What is that, a shilling? That's a British shilling. And a roll of brand new pennies, 2018D. And for every like that we got on the show, we threw in an Indian. And one person won all that. I have to check and see. Blockhead won all that. So every Sunday we have the big show. And what we're talking about on this show, on this program, is how can we make that big show bigger? Because this is pretty nice. There's two ways to make it bigger. One is to send cash, and the other one is to send coins. A lot of these came from Bill J. The roll came from Maury. The landed on that loop came from Phoenix Van Life. Other people have sent contributions. The dime came from Lemonhead Penny. All kinds of good things going on. So yeah, We have some giveaways on occasion. We get another one on Wednesdays. Please read chat at Ken. Good night, Logan. Sorry, I got to go. I just found out our basement has an inch of standing water right now. Sorry to hear it. Get the pumps going. And don't touch anything electric if you're standing in the water. Newfoundland was a crown colony in 1879. Let's see if I got to scroll up and read more stuff. Make 3 to 5 tiers of coin collecting starter kits, 25, 50, 100, 250 that includes books, scales, magnifier, Lincoln cent book, and a set of starter coins, including your own guide to your coin classes. And what? Take all the coin classes, put them on a video, put them on a CD. That'd be neat. How's this for an idea? Okay, we got Mantic Coins has a show. When I get on there, Nathan Tripovich is in there, and he's a lot of fun. He says, give us some trivia. And so I actually have to stay up nights, right, biting my nails. It's like a typewriter. Trying to come up with some, some trivia for this guy. Is that a fly? And we come up with some stuff. A lot of it's pretty neat. There is all kinds of history in these coins, right? You got this girl right here, was designed by Adolf Weinman, right? That's the same girl, right? The same model that is on your Mercury dime. She's not a bad looking dame. Whoa! There it is. Let's look at her face. This is a true story. Okay, scope. That girl. Now follow that face. And we're going to look at this $50. See that face? It's the same face. Okay. How come that is? You got Adolf Weinman. You got this little mark right here. And Adolf Weinman, it's on the back. Adolf Weinman right here. So who is this mystery chick? Well, her name was, the hell was her name? Eloise or Elsie, something or other, whatever her name was. She was married to this accountant guy, and between her and her husband, they rented an apartment from Adolf Weinman. There it is. That was his tenant. That's a neat piece of history in there. Where do these girls, where do the models come from? So anyway, what if we, Elsie Stevens. I kept trying to think Wallace. I think her husband's name was Wallace. Wallace Stevens. That sounds about right. But what if we put together a collaborative book project, right? Where we get all these trivia questions put together and we make a book. Now, I got no problem editing and sending it off to the printer and marketing the darn thing, but we take the proceeds and use it to give away coins. I think that'd be cool as hell. I've amassed a sizable list of trivia. Yeah, you need, you got a trivia question and a couple of paragraphs to explain it. It's not going to be how many pennies were minted in 1909 in San Francisco. We're not regurgitating information, but we can tell the story behind the coins. That's the trivia. That's the getter. I think it'd be a big seller. Why not? How many can we sell on this channel? I'm sure we could do a bunch. But if we could make the book, send it in. You got my email. There it is. And we'd need a couple, 300, anywhere from 200 to 300 different questions. And we can always load the book with photos. That's an easy one. But we need the question and the story that answers the question. Because it's not just a straight, answer of 1956D. That's not the right answer. The right answer is telling them the story about Elsie Stevens or the girl on that quarter, right? And how come they made her get dressed after 1916? Or what's going on? How come they put "In God We Trust" on the 2 center? Did they really try to? Did they think they could win the war by getting God on the side of the Union? Is that what it's about? What's going on with that shield, right? You got it on the back of those new pennies. Where'd that come from? How come we have a shield on our coins? Here's another one. Okay, what is that? Why do we have this? It's called the Union Shield. How come we have that? Is the flag with its bars, is that somehow related to the Union Shield? How far back does it go? What the heck's that hat on her head? You always see that hat, right? Where's this one? Oh, let's see. You got the hat here. She's got a hat. This girl, she's got a hat, right? Goes forward. Hers, yeah, it's kind of just a hat. Okay, how about this girl? She got a hat. It's a weird hat. It's got, you know, flowers and tobacco and corn. Who puts corn in their hat? Okay, but same thing. See how it kind of slopes forward? We got these hats. Same thing here on this one. Hat. Canada don't have a hat. They got crowns. With that, their crown there? No, there's no crown on Vicky. That's got to be an old one. What's this one? There you go, Barber. He put a hat on his Grecian fellow. It's a Phrygia cap. The Phrygia cap. It's because we're a republic, and it's all about the freedom of the republic. We don't answer to a crown. That's why there's no crown on our coins. We put a cap on there. And you can talk for 2 pages about that. A calendar of coins. I thought about that. You got what's his name? Quinn, over Quinn's Coin. He came up with a placemat. Brilliant, really is, right? It's a placemat that fits into your coins. It's, I don't know, legal size, double laminated, pretty decent quality. Probably going to hold up for a while. And on the mat are printed stuff. What to look for when coin wall hunting. And I don't want to guess. $50 a piece or God knows what. I got to check that, see if I can get some for the show. Why not? Hey, man, give me a few. I'll put one on each show. They're big, so packaging would be a bit of a bear. Back to how to make a big show bigger. Well, if we took that and made the book, right, you got the simple questions and then the extensive answers. So you have something in there in the reading room. It'd be a good book. It'd be a good coin book. Lots of history, lots of learning to do in there. We can have the pictures and the photos. I'm out of flips. There we go. We got some more right here. I wonder why I go through so many flips. It's this stuff. It's stuff like this. Here, look at this. I could have 100 for that. Anyway, write the book, sell the book, and then take the proceeds and put it under this light. Put it under this camera. That would really give a scrumptious prize every week for a while, you think? You sell 10 books, you make $5 on a book, it's going to add something like this every week. Why not? I did learn something a long time back about the hat that Mercury is wearing. They got some hokey pokey stuff. It's all semblance. Oh, there's plenty of history there. It's a Phrygia cap. And that goes back, I think, to the French Revolution. Maybe before that. You got the old the Liberty cap pennies, where it's a cap on a stick. Yeah, they beat the king with the stick. And they don't answer to a crown. How about a coin coffee table book? I got one here somewhere. Oh, what do we got? 100 greatest U.S. coins, right? I was going to put this in the coin class for a prize. But, well, geez, it's a heavy thing. And it didn't survive the transport. There's the cover. There's the guts. So I'll have to figure a way to fix that up. But this is Ron. Who is it? Ron Guth? Yeah, Jeff Garnett and Ron Guth. Look at this. The 100 greatest U.S. coins. There's your St. Gaudens, the $5, the $10 Indian. What do you got here? 1943 copper. Can you see that? Kind of a neat thing. What's this one? The 1822 half eagle. Big photos, big beautiful coins, tons of them. But I got to get this book fixed to send that out. Great hardcover. That's a coffee table book. What else we got here? Stella. Remember Harcourt Fenton Mud? That's Stella. Stella #1. Here's a 1849C, the open wreath gold dollar. You ever heard tell of such a thing? There's like 6 of them. Okay, lots of gold. Oh look, number 65. There's a 16D Mercury dime. Pretty nice. Number 66 is the 1895 Morgan dollar. Now there's plenty of history. Oh gosh, how about a proof small motto 2-center? These are gorgeous. And they're only about $7,000. You know, I think my truck was 10. Then you got a glossary. Well, anyway, yeah, the world needs more good, awesome coin books. I got to work on mine. Yeah, get that done. But I get so sidetracked so easily. I swear I've got ADD, but it's just I got a lot on my plate is what it really is. Yep. Calendar about coins and trivia question. You tear off the page, there's another question, you get the answer tomorrow. Why not? You know, you can do an invite on private class on YouTube for Patreons. Well, you know, I thought about what if we did a pay-per-view for the big show. You want to watch? It's $5 to get the link. And we use the tickets, I guess, to build the package. I gotta blow my nose real quick here. Where's my towel? There it is. Alrighty. I'm gonna put this up real quick because you don't need to see this. Oh, Jesus. That's me scratching my nose. Oh, to hell with it. You're gonna watch. Good. There's Clay Scott. Good to see you. Actually, my favorite coins are tokens. There's no problem with tokens. You know, they're just as good. There's a whole world of tokens in Exonumia. It's just a monthly fee. Call it a swap meet. Well, it could be done, couldn't it? You know, you get $100, $200, $500 in Patreon income. Well, they're going to keep 10%. Understand that first off. Does PayPal take 3? I think that's probably already figured in. You got 4 shows a month. A 5th one every now and again. Have to figure that one out. Private club member dues. I think the pay-per-view would work best, you know. Today we got 75 people are paid to get in. 1 show a month. At the end of the month, it's a $10 show if you want to watch. Geez, you get 50 people watching a $10 show, you got a big package. But then I don't have to spend a lot of time saying, you know, send donations, because I'm starting to sound like PBS when you get away from that part. But a pay-per-view, yeah, have a big show here and there. See who's interested in a giant show, because how big do you want to go? But $10 a head, 30, 40, 50 people get in. Yeah, we'd have a beautiful, beautiful package. And then for the regular people, we have the stuff that folks send in. See how that works. But we can get the show back up to giant. I mean, this is not a bad prize. You got a decent Morgan in there. The wheats are pretty easy. The kids are going to love those. Honestly, I think this is one of the best parts to add because, well, one, they don't cost much. I've already picked through them. And who's going to end up with a bag of wheats? A 10-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 14-year-old who's going to see that as gold. Okay, where's my get a thing here. There's one. Okay, I got to pack a couple of coins here. I've been stuffing these dimes into holders. I got all these proof dimes I offered up and sold a bunch. So I got to cut up a holder. This is a 20 pocket page, by the way. There. I get rid of that least little piece on the end. How many do I need here? 3? 1, 2, 3. There. Get this out of here. Get rid of any cat hair. Right? There. It's just a piece of a pocket page. And now I can take the dimes here. Make sure there's no lint on them. right? I'm going to fold them. When you first fold these hard flips, these stiffies, they want to pop open. Well, I don't want them to pop open because then the dime pops up. So I'm going to stick it in there. Now I've got 2 layers of protection on that dime. All right, I got a neat little tidy package. This lady has 3 of them. I guess she got 3 grandchildren. All right. Now that page cost me not a whole lot. Were they 3 for $1? I think they cost me 20 cents or something. There you go. Now those coins are solid. They're not going to go anywhere. And I have something now that's going to be really easy to ship. Now I need some padding. Here's a good one. Here's an envelope that came from the shipping department. That'll work. Now I always take off the return address. So I've got a razor here somewhere. So we're looking for fundraisers. We could raise funds with a trivia book. We could raise funds with a pay-per-view. Pay to get the link. We could raise funds with a Patreon. And that would make for a beautiful prize, no question about it. But if we go private with the show, well, then we're not drawing in the new collectors. There, I take off that shipping label. Is that going to fit? That's going to fit nice. Now, sometimes I had cardboard, but these are 3 dimes. I got 2 layers of protection plus the bubble. So they're going to be just fine in there. I don't need to add cardboard. Where's the tape? There's the tape. Geez, get one of these things. You're going to love it. Good idea, good idea. And 2, they get them out of your inventory. I'm going to have to scroll back and find the context on that one. There you go. Add a little tape here so it doesn't slide out. Maybe a couple of pieces. Ta-da! And that baby's packed, but it's not done yet. That's just a protection. That's an old, used mailer. There, copy that and you can send stuff to me. So I got an envelope, a new one. There we go. Right here. Ta-da! And I've got a piece of paper to add to it. There it is. That's the next one. Peel. And stick. Now when I put these labels, I don't trust the sticky on the back of those labels, right? I want to add a little more. Add a piece of tape on the 4 sides. Can we see that? Probably not. There's a piece of tape here. Okay. Introduction of the new collector to get them out of my vast collection. Get coins. 2. Miracle happens. 3. Profit. Hey Ken, how many of those copper rounds do you have? Probably around 80. They are $2 a piece. They come with a flip. And if you want, 20, then I ship the roll. I just can't happen to find any right now. Let's see. I had them up here. There's some. Yeah. You want the whole roll? You get the whole roll. There's 20 in a tube. But I don't just ship them in a tube. I'm going to ship in a tube and throw in 20 new flips. There you go. No fingerprints, no dust. I keep them in the baggies now. It's working. Okay, is that ready? One more piece of tape at the top. I just love my tape dispenser. And the box, if you get a tape dispenser, makes a great box for storing coins in. That's a tape dispenser box. Yeah. Because that's what I need is one more box around this place. Okay, in you go. Good. That should be enough protection for 3 dimes, I'm thinking. And just for one more bit, here you go. We write, thank you. Paid. And initiate. There you go. Don't just stamp paid. Actually, take out a pen and write on that invoice. Ken, how many of those copper rounds? Oh, okay, we're on the next one. Texas, I've got 80 at least. I usually keep a bunch around. They're $2 a piece, whether you want one or all of them. I was doing a discount for volume, but then I have to add more for shipping. Well, it worked out the same price. So I just, $2, take as many as you want, it's $3 for shipping. And that seems to work out, because if you get to a point that I have to move up to a flat rate box, the extra $4 is no problem at all. The new collectors are the ones fussing about how the winner is picked, because they're new and don't have the history question or the dates from what I've seen in chat over the past month. Okay. So how do we make it fair? Just pick a random number. I'm going to write down a number here. All right. And so I called Lincoln up right over in chat on Facebook. I say, hey man, I'm going to write a number down and tell him I want you to guess number 42, because I'm going to write that number down. So that's open to, well, I could do the same thing with a pick a date, I suppose. But you're right, I would like to see these coins get to a new collector. So how can we make it better and easier for them? I mean, I can pick a name. It'll take me an extra half an hour to do all the typing. Oh God, it was worth it when I, when I entered names for entries. But geez, we get 34 people on a 30 to 40 people, 50 people sometimes on a show. Okay, I like these envelopes because you can just peel that little thing off rather than lick your thumb, and that's ready to go. That's how these coins ship out, just like that. I didn't want to show you the label. Dun-dun-dun. Nice and clean, extra tape. Got the invoice inside. Bubble wrap, 2 layers of bubble wrap on this thing. And the lady who's getting these has that tracking number already. So that will be going out tomorrow. Yeah. That's 3 packages today. I still got a couple to go. They're on a computer. The info is free. Open a new tab. I'm not sure where that comes in. Let me catch up over here just a bit. How do we give something to the new collectors? Give them a chance to win. Well, we tell the old collectors, don't guess. I have new collector day. Well, Bluesman has showed up. Good to see you. We're talking about the big show and how we can make it bigger and better. Because, geez, it's plenty big now. But how do we get to the masses? How do we get it to, multiple giveaways per show of $500? That'd be a sweet deal. They need to read more, so we give away more books. Increase funding to education. They're on their phones. Get a red book. Next day you had one. Red book's good. That's what, that would be pretty decent. We have a book talk. The books to get. There's a red book. It's a good book. It's a friendly book. The red book is your friend. All right? But you must respect it and read the darn thing. You got all kinds of stuff in these books, right? Here's a story of the hybridity of most popular coins. Okay, not much of a story. It's only a couple of paragraphs. And you get some pretty pictures. And then some prices, which are a fantasy at best. Okay. You go through, again, you got the Liberty head, nickels, the dates of production, where they're produced, what they're made of. That's all well and good. And some pictures and some made-up prices. This thing comes out once a year. So, geez, if their prices were accurate at the start of the year, next month, some of them are starting to become inaccurate. And you're going to do this for another whole year? I'm going to buy another book next year? This thing is, Jesus, it's $17 for Christ's sakes. All right. The information is really good. What's this? I have a hair. Kitty, are you in here? All right. It's handy. But the prices aren't very useful after, well, pretty much as soon as it's written. But there's other books. There's the Black Book. Same sort of thing, except it's got a black cover and it's made by a different company. The Cherry Picker's Guide, right? That's a good series. How about the Encyclopedia of U.S. Coins? How about, there you go. What's it? Herbert Errors book. Yeah, if you're going to get into die varieties, that is the book to own. If you want to understand mint errors, that is the book to own. This is a 6th edition. 6th edition. There are other editions. There are 7 in it all. Now, Herbert's passed away, so his work is kind of getting lost. These books, they're not printing them anymore. You've got to get this book. It is the best book out there. All right, let me check this out. Okay, the 6th edition. Alan Herbert. Where is he? Alan Herbert. And it's the official price guide to mint errors. It's an awesome book. All right, they pay $10 for these things. What's that? $15 is the price on that one. This is Alan. That's him. But it gets into how the dies are made, what sort of things happen while you're producing coins, right? What sort of things go wrong? Right, here's the die classes. You got corrected blundered letter. Huh? This stuff going on we never heard of. He's got large over small design elements, omitted design elements, double design elements, blundered design elements. What you got over here? Modified designs, normal designs, design mistakes, defective die designs. That's 3 pages we just went through. This is an outstanding book. It will tell you what is going on, what can go wrong. Because a lot of people put up a coin and says, is this a mint error? No, that was run over by a train. There are methods to make coins, and because of those methods, there are problems that can happen, and there are problems that can't happen because of the way that these coins are made. So if you understand how the coins are made, you'll understand what can be and what cannot be a die variety or a mint error. Let me scroll down and catch up. We're going to miss a whole lot of stuff. Ken, did you see David's idea? Nope. Error ref has too many gaps. It could be. This is the best book that I've ever found for errors. Get it. I spent 4 hours identifying different 2017 D, figuring out through elimination using ODB and RBB and Iconica listings. Yeah, we're working on that. Now I got to go back and find what Dave said. Scroll up for Dave's idea. Dave Wolf says, are you ready? Have a trivia question about something from your Saturday class. That would make it fair and increase viewership on Saturdays and Sundays. David is a genius. David, I'm going to, just a hunch, I'm going to guess that you don't work for the government. Yep. Okay. So I'd have to come up with something on Saturday. Yeah, get into the subject matter. Explain, stuff on a Saturday show, because sometimes I explain way too much and kind of touch it topically for the trivia question the next day. That'll work. This is actually part of that trivia contest I started many months ago and kind of got sidetracked. I got to get this going back up. And that's a prize. Oof. I think I got a mosquito in here. Where's that pencil? Yeah, that would work. Yeah, that's something I'd definitely consider there. Yeah, be class review. That'll work just fine. I've only been Able to sort through BU, possibly thick date, Liberty, and die cracks and chips on shield and forehead. I showed you what we're doing on that standard database, I think. Okay, screen. Here's the screen. We go to the standard database. Right, there's a nomenclature, and that's a little, this is solid as opposed to what's on my blog. But you got over here, can you see it? Can you see over here? Yeah, you can see down to here, over to there. Okay, we can see this whole thing. All right, and you got this stuff is, you know, editing, but this is the site. It's the standard attribute. It's a standard database of die varieties. But we're going to go over here to scent die varieties. A lot of your sites, like say Wexler's, Copper Coins, they carry information on RPMs, DDOs, DDRs. Well, there's a whole lot more out there. There's clashes, there's the CUDs, RIDBs, right? Everything out there. I got a few photos already added. Okay, but, well, you look at Wexler and then realize, well, it's not here. So you look at Variety Vista and it's not there, but something else is. And you look at Copper Coins and still, again, he's got things none of the other two have. So we got to get a standard going, right? You got to have a singular location for all this stuff. So you got your DDOs, your die varieties, reverse, you know, design varieties, everything. Any significant die chips, split dies, all that stuff, all in one place, and have the cross references checked. So here you got the 1910S, RPM number 1. Now Wexler be WRPM, right? You got Crawford is CRPM. We're going to be the standard database, so it's going to be SRPM. You get a repunch mint mark. The pickup point is S over S South. You want the whole gibberish? We got the whole gibberish. US 1 cent. 1910S, SRPM, listing number 1. Cross references for this are Breen 2061, Konica RPM number 1, and we're adding links here too, so you can just click on it. So if we don't have photos, well, at least you can just click and see what they got. Copper Coins 1910S 1mm 001. Cherry Picker's Guide has FS501, and Wexler has WRPM number 1. Okay, here's what's this one? This is RPM number 2. And again, you got Breen, Konica, Copper Coins, CPG, and Wexler all cross-referenced, all in a single location. And this is what it looks like. This makes just too much sense. Now here's one that nobody has, right? It's a chip. It's a die chip in the mint mark. Now I think a die chip in a mint mark or in the date or in Liberty would be a more prominent die chip. You got one in the back of his head? Am I going to list that? This one I certainly should. You're going to find this one. It's a 1910S, and I call it SCHP number 1. If you go back to your attribution listing, right, you'll find that well, I started with P for PV, and it was DCH for die chip. But why am I putting, I got double die has a D, right? Clash die, die chip, die break. Let's leave out the D's. We got plenty of D's. So I just put in CHP. So now it's, you know, we got Ponch and John going on here. There you go. There are no cross references because nobody else lists this, and it's out there. A lot of these die chips aren't highly valued because, well, they're not recorded. But you can find one of these. They're out there. Okay, that's the end of that. And if it gets too big, I can split this into several pages. But you got the top. It's the same format for each listing, for each date, right? Date, variety type, the pickup point, and the SAN number. And a nice little chart, and then it goes down below. And I want to add, you know, for like say the 1910, I should have a good photo of a normal design. So you can hold up your coin and look and say, is it normal? Or is it, you know, is it screwed up? Okay, scent die varieties. And the link for this site is right at the top of the description below the video. Okay, I got some more in here. Where do I have pictures? Somewhere in the 40s. I got one at 43 here. I know that. Okay, you got 1943. In the Phillies, you got a DDO, DDR, copper. I haven't done, I'm at 1941, so these aren't full. But I have added this thing. So we got a retained cud reverse. You're not going to get this on Wexler. You're not going to get this on Variety Vista. You're not going to get this on copper coins. You will get it from cuds on coins. So now I've got to cross-reference every die variety from every attribution service or attributor. Yeah, this is a multi-year project, but it needs to be done so you can go to one spot, right? Look up the date of your coin. I got a 1943 Lincoln set, and you can find a picture of Jeff Schumar's SRCR001, which is RCR reverse, no, retained cud reverse. There you go, number one. Submitted by Jeff Schumar. You know Jeff. He's out there somewhere. Now, did you see all that, or did I screw it up? I wonder. Huh. I might never know. Well, that's what I'm working on. It's going to be awesome. You can browse it. The link is in the description here, just below here. You should be able to find it. It says here it is. Okay. There it is. HTTPS and some funny little characters and an angry guy. Your standard attribution, WordPress.com, standard attribution nomenclature, and you can get to the rest from there. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff we're working on. Now, you want a handy, I mean, real handy contribution, that would be it. Mantic has been invited to pitch in on that. There's a lot to it. What's going on here? Oh, I got this towel I put on my armchair because I've done worn the foam through, and it hurts. Sometimes it falls off, and I drive over it. Now, where are we? I'm working an 06 and onward die chip set. I got bags and bags of die chips. Some of them are worth it. Okay, at what point is the die chip worthy of being attributed? Do we need attribution thresholds? Here's a new one. I've talked to Chuck Daughtry, and he, I've got this looks like a double die reverse. Oh, that's not significant to even bother attributing. Okay, when would it be? Because you got others which are showing less metal that you've attributed. What's the threshold? What's the rule? Well, do we need threshold? Some thresholds of attributability. At what point is that die crack important enough? You get them, with the 1983s, they're at the corners of the memorials. You see them all the time. I've got jars of them. Are they worth it? Die chips? You got one on the back of Lincoln's head, or maybe one on Roosevelt's nose. Is it really worth attributing? Maybe. Eventually, we should have them all attributed. But at the start, well, let's look for the ones in the dates. Look for the ones in the Liberty. Look for the ones that are significant enough to, to talk about. I'm not going to go through every shield cent and attribute those on the back of the shield at the top. No. There are just too darn many of them. So what, does the die crack need to meet a threshold of length or thickness or significance that's going through his head? What? Let me scratch this back here. I think a mosquito got me. That's the one thing you guys up north have, is you don't have mosquitoes all year. So anyway, we're coming up with all these different things we have to think about to make this, make that site work. Okay, dollars, the attributes, exploitus. I run across unlisted errors every day. They're out there. Now the errors or other. Now here's one. An error is different from a die variety. An error is what goes wrong when a coin is being produced. It could be before a strike, could be after a strike, could be during a strike. That's an error. They're a one-off event, right? Something went wrong and it screwed up the coin. Okay, a die variety is when there's a difference on the die, right? It's experienced some damage. It's experienced some clashing. It was hubbed differently or off or wrong or doubled or tripled when it was hubbed, right? It was hubbed and then rotated and hubbed again. That's a die variety. So you have every coin produced by that die will have that same exact die variety, whereas an error is one. You might have several errors which are very, very similar, and almost similar to the point you can't tell the difference, but you're really only looking at a few. What is... Huh. Okay. What's worse, mosquitoes or palominos? Palominos. Oh, them big giant bugs. I get mosquitoes. The big giant bugs, I don't have a problem with those. They hang around out in the palmettos outside. That was some sort of little fly. He's back. Wait for it. There he is. What? Get off my computer. It's that time of the year. We're getting warmer. Yeah. The hell? It's Jeff Goldblum. It's a housefly. That time of this, geez, when I had the bull, you couldn't keep them out of the house. Good Lord, the flies. I had to shut the door to the bedroom, and then when I went to bed, I'd open the door quick, run in, and slam it shut. Because these flies, well, it's gotten a lot better since he got hit by lightning. When he did, he was over here under his big tree, and the poor fella, I looked and said, he ain't been over to his water dish in a couple of days. I better go poke him. I got about 100 feet from him and started to smell him, and then I heard the buzzing. And I've never seen flies like that. The poor guy was dead for a couple of days. Was that a yes on PayPal? I'd have to scroll back. Did you get my PayPal on SJ2? I'd have to check. I'd have to load that page up, Brad. Let's see, where is it? Here it is. And I printed off what I needed. Oh, I still got to package this next one. I get to talking sometimes. I'm going to log in, and this is going to, when I log a page or load a page, it's going to slow things down. Now, let me make sure you're not seeing this page. Okay, good. Because we have 5 in from Chris Hurley already for this week. Or for next week's show. I see a change in the number. I see Brad with 20. That's for next week. I'm going to send this back, Brad. We appreciate your generosity, but I need to refund that payment. Here you go. I can only accept donations for the channel by goods and services. Must be goods. And I can't type. Must be goods and services, but thank you. We greatly appreciate your generosity in making the big show bigger. Issue refund. There it is. That has been returned. Friends and family, if PayPal gets wind of friends and family payments coming through, even for a giveaway, they're going to whoop my ass, and they're going to take away. I know 2 people now who have had their PayPal account shut down for taking friends and family. So I've had to return that because I don't, geez, I'd love the $20 and we could really do something with it. But for that, dollar fee, I don't need to risk the several $1,000s per month going through that account, which is how I survive and pay my bills and do all that. So we thank you for your generosity, but I can't use that. If you'd like to send it again by goods and services, we'll eat it right up. Let me go back just a bit here. I'm ready. We'll finally have time. Oh, good. Yeah, I've put up a couple of videos on how to use that spreadsheet and then transfer it to the website. Oh my gosh, how about a class on wear of coin designs, not grade, just how they wear over time. That might be handy. Yeah. Coin class. Now there's two kinds of wear, right? There's die wear, which changes the way the coin is produced to begin with, right? You've got fewer details, a smoothing over the design. You get metal flow lines, which is going to change the appearance of the coin. And then you put the coin out in circulation and start wearing that down. So that'd be neat. I'm starting to have stage A, B, and C of my half dollars, plus even earlier. Yeah. Then what if you find one that's earlier than stage A? Sorry, stage A.0? How is that going to work? They're out there. The first one you find, you call it stage C. Right? Give yourself a little bit of space. But it's neat because on these coins, you get die markers, and sometimes over time those change. They wear out, they go away. You got a scratch, maybe it fills, maybe another one appears, maybe a clash mark appears, maybe a die chip shows up. I like it when all of a sudden they change the reverse die, so you still got the double die on the front, but no die markers on the back because it's a new die. Well, then what do? Okay, now you got stage C of the reverse die number 1 and stage A on, the other die number 2. And you get that. That's out there. Oh, you get that in the half cents. They're really kind of neat. Where'd that book go? Where is it? There it is. So Cohen gets into it, right? Here we go. He'll explain which die goes with which coin and in what order were they produced. Right? Here's your emission sequences, how that works. Yeah, it gets out there. This is, what is this here? The 1804 half cent. I love these. That's a beautiful coin. Here's your first die, the first press. And the second press, you've got die number 1, die number 2, the reverse die A. Right? Then you got die number 5 with reverse die F and G. Then you've got on the second press, you've got dies number 1, 2, 1A, 3, and 4 on your obverse. What's going on with this thing? Give me something to whack it. He likes that little light. I can't hit nothing. All right, and then A through G on the reverses. Yeah, this gets in depth. It's a deep rabbit hole for those who really want to get into this. There's stuff going on even I don't know yet. The only person who knows it all is Ken Potter. He's forgotten stuff that I will never learn. Has at least 2 shows right there. Wear, coin, and die. Yeah, because die wear changes what the coin looks like. Once you produce the coin, at what point is it unrecognizable or loses value? Is it more to the point that it's no good? Maybe it wears. Grease-filled dies. Yep. Hey, wow. Oh, you never seen that book? Yeah, there's some great books out there. This is Roger S. Cohen. I can't see if you can see anything. I still can't see anything. What the hell? Okay, that's Roger Cohen. You heard of Cohen 1, Cohen 2. This is Cohen, and that's the his American half cents book. There it is, 2nd edition, and that was when the heck was it made? First printing in January of '82, copyright 1982. So, hey, 30 years old, but this is good information. Filled mint marks pre-1990. Geez, you got those 77, 8, 9s, those late 70s mint marks were just, a flat-sided blob. Are those worth attributing? Not really. There's just not enough detail in them. Oh, there's all kinds of books. I've got a list on the blog of stuff to add. Where is that? I'm going to go back to that database here. One moment here. We'll go to the screen. There's the screen. And stay in the database. We'll go to home. This will give me a chance to smoke one. Okay, we got table of contents. And then you got to have your references cited. You got to cover the copyright stuff, right? If you're going to do this. So what we got: Bollinger, Bowers and Burkhart. There's Breen. So you got to have the book, the author, the publisher, and the copyright. And if you got that, you've covered yourself. Real simple. Cherry Picker's Guide. And let's see, you got to have Browning. There's Breen's book, Walter Breen, and Breen and Giglio had some stuff. Well, we use it. It's in the list. Cohen, Munson and Mundy, all the stuff from Konica, different websites, Copper Coins, and Crawford. He's got a book. He's got stuff out there. Cud's book. Fletcher. Well, you got Fletcher and Flynn, who work together. Then you got Flynn and Wexler, right? Here's Fletcher and Flynn down here. Okay, we'll put it in so I can reference, Flynn, Matt proofs, so I can reference it easy. All right, then you got Fortin with his Seated Dimes, other authors that just go on and on. Okay, Newcomb and Newman, Overton. You've heard of Overton numbers, right? Here's me. Now, if I ever get this thing written, that'll be a miracle. But I got a copyright pending. I haven't actually finished that yet. Potter, he's got a couple more books out for sure. Reich, what did Reich do? Was he $50 or something? Snow, I got to get those books next. What do we get next? The VAM or the Snow book? Okay, here's Wexler. He's got several books out. And this is the short list. This is just a short list of references to cite. I lost my way here. There's the chat, and there's this. Do you sell on eBay? Not very often. Very rarely. I can sell most of my stuff on Facebook and MeWe, and I sold, I don't know, $100 worth of stuff today in 3 minutes. It's working. I'll list more. It just takes time to list it. And if I'm doing the shows, then I can't list coins. So now it's coming to the point, if the big show keeps on declining as it has been, it brought in $100 today. If it keeps on declining, it may not be worth my time to do it. Well, do I give up time that I could use actually selling these coins so I can get my truck fixed or pay my property taxes or mend that fence or something? That's going to be the overruling factor. PayPal right away. Let me have a look over there. Oh, but I can't do friends and family. I'll hit summary button. Kick that out. It'll probably drag up for a bit. There it is. Brad Z, thank you very much. I've got $19.12. I counted as 20. It's not a problem at all. But it's goods and services. I can print a shipping label. There you go. Is that a donation for the big show? Let's see if I can get a message off that. Sent by Brad. Well, thank you very much. We will add that to the big show for next week. So we got 25 to start with already. Yeah. Their wiki host company is shutting down. Who's that? Oh, the VAM. Yeah. What are we going to do there? Get the book. I mean, that's a darn handy site. We got the standard databases hosted by WordPress right now. Would we have that? That's over here at WordPress, and they'll be around for a considerable period. It's not going anywhere, anytime soon. Can we see it? Let me move this here. There it is. WordPress view. Yeah. Okay. And that's going to be around for a while, so we're not having trouble there. What's going to be our issue is we're going to be limited on space until we add lots and lots of pictures. But with this, we can put video content in there as well. So I've got a 1943 copper Lincoln, right? And here's the page. I could put a video in here or link to, say, Dustin Morgan has a video on the 1943 copper. right? So now I've got every kind of content you want. Why not? I find a new coin, right? Like this RIDB. Well, I can add a little video clip and add that to this database and further explain it that way. So, geez, not just photos and cross references and links and text, but video can all be put into that. It's a we'd have it all. It would be wonderful, but boy, it's gonna be years getting this thing done, getting it going. Van World will either die or move. Donald Ray has joined us. Good to see you. So, looking for ideas on how to make this big show bigger and better. If you got them, I'd love to hear it. We got a few good ideas. Is there a daily schedule for Ken's shows? You're going to find over here in the description, down below where I am. Let's see. We'll go to the screen. And here it is. This is what you're going to see. You see it differently than I do. Down at the bottom, you're going to find, let's see. You ready? Wait for it. Wait for it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. There you go. Find out what's live every day of the week in the video and live stream directory. And that's near the bottom of the list. Yeah, but that's what you can look for. It's docs.google.com. It's a spreadsheet where I got TV guide for the coin classes. Anyway, I do stuff on Wednesday. We have Wednesday Wheats. We got the Friday night show. I'm going to kill this because it's not doing anything for me. And what else we got? Oh, coin class on Saturday. We got the big show on Sunday. And sometimes I just get on to talk to myself, hear myself think. I'm packing stuff up. I'm clearing the desk. We can talk about coins. It's not a problem. Yeah, I'm older now. My dad willed me a coin collection, so now I'm into collecting. Well, God love you. There's all kinds of stuff out there, I can tell you. Stuff you never even dreamed of. Problem with these cigars, they don't stay lit. But it's kind of good because I live in a wooden house. Any way of advertising? Where? On my blog, on that standard database, all kinds of ways. We haven't actually figured it out yet. But yeah, I got, what the heck is it? Google ads I try to put on my blog, and for the life of me, I can't make that work. So, I get 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 hits every month, and I can't get a Google ad to work. Well, geez, I'd like to pick up a few extra bucks. I don't know why I can't make it work. It's been I had other blogs and couldn't make them work there. I think you got to pay them some money first. Who knows? So I just put up, a store, and then of course I sell everything there, and the store gets obsolete. Remember, your skin oils will chemically etch the coins. Be careful. Get yourself some gloves. Oh, I got a lead on some decent gloves. They're even hemmed up. They look like what Mantic has. I'm going to get some because these are just, I don't like these. These are the cheapos. Okay, they work, they do the job, they're disposable, they don't fit, right? I can never get them on. This is a different brand. I don't like these. And they're so darn tight, I gotta cut them because otherwise I can't move my thumb past here. So I'm trying to hold it. Just, what the hell? The thumb's too long, so I gotta pull that down. Right, this is too short. Yeah, I've got long fingers anyway. Shay, is it possible to have a rolled, pre-typed out message during the chat? If so, it could be used to advertise the other shows. I don't see why not. Just copy paste. You can put together a text document. Right, just text. I got all kinds of text documents and copy it and paste it. Maybe they'll read it. The problem is it goes by so darn fast. Getting people to read it would be the trick. They got different things. Like you got text up here, for example. Oh, here's an advertisement. This is just a slideshow. I set up, 8 or 10 pictures or however many. Just cycle through them. But I got, the way this works, I've got this photo, the big screen over here, which I can do, you know, on the midget screen on the USB scope, right? Or I can go to the full size, or I can go to, let's see, the screen plus me, but I took out this stuff below because I needed more space to see the screen. And that this works for the screenshot. This works. Then you got a chat. Well, they've added this feature where you can replay the show afterwards and chat as live. So I don't really need that. But anyway, this works. It's a decent blend. It's the best I've come up with so far. I think it's good enough. But this banner up here could be changed. Let's see. Text, data. Hi there. Okay, it says hit there. And if I hit OK, you might see it. That didn't work. Okay, that sort of thing. But you can set those up differently. You can do slides. So you go from one photo to a next to the next. Okay, let me change that back because I don't need high there. I just need a, there. Hit OK, and then move it back into the center. They've got programs and stuff. Mantic has programs and stuff. It'll put these scrollers on your screen. Auto trigger them. I'd like to see something. So when I get, you know, I'm over in this camera over here, and I swing over to this camera over here, I'd like to have like, you know, an auto trigger so it goes to the camera and I don't have to switch it. Because there's so much stuff going on most days, I can't find it anyway. Do you have any videos, Donald Ray? Donald Ray. Donnie Ray. Do I know you, Donnie Ray? I know a guy named Donnie Ray. Worked for the same company I did. No, you're not the same. Yeah, Pew. Is that the same guy? I don't know. I think he's stalking me. You and your brother. He's a good guy, good worker. No, sir, not my real name. Okay. Worked with a guy named Donnie Ray, way back in the day. He was a hard-working motherfucker. There, I'll get demonetized for that. He was a hard-working guy. He had his head on straight, too. I wish OBS would give us better text graphics. Hell, that's what we got. Use the slideshow, right? And you can make a GIF and put that up, right? You can make, you know, 10 different photos like I got and just scroll through the slides one after another. And that's a, you know, a little advertiser is all that is. I love that kind of talk. You mean like cursing and saltiness and stuff? You know, you should be a sailor, Bill. Arr! I'm me hearties. Talking smack. But he was a hard-working guy. Yeah. To this day, they still send me a Mother's Day card. They just kind of changed the wording. Happy Mother's Day, Ken. Huh? That's the first time they give it to me. Then I open it. Oh, of course. Thanks, assholes. Get back to work. Yeah. I was the guy that put on the boots. And I didn't actually do the work. I just said to do the work. And people did the work. That was a good job. I like that job. The money was pretty good, let me tell you. No, really, that's what I did. We got to get this job done. I need 2 guys over here. One on the machine over there. You grab a shovel and wait. I'll get to you in a bit. And then I went upstairs, talked to some other guys, and told them what to do. But a lot of these guys, you tell them what to do, and they will do what you tell them. Which is why we had to stop every, you know, year or two and get together and have a, you know, a meeting and say, how would you do what you do differently? Because they're going to do what they're told, and that's great. But what if we could change the way you're doing what you're told? We change what we're telling you so that you do it however we tell you, and it's a better way. Wouldn't that make sense? Because some of those processes up there, you know, you got to kind of stick to the plan. And if you come up with a simple idea and it makes it more safe or more effective or solves an issue or something, you get a, you know, smoother operation. They make a, you know, $1 million worth of product a day just in phosphate fertilizer. Yeah. Well, if you save a little bit, that works. You come up with a way to save a job that saves, you know, shaves 10 minutes off of a turnaround. Well, what are you talking there? $20,000, $30,000 per hour, $50,000 per hour. That's not a bad idea. And if you just save 10 minutes, it's great. I give them some ideas that save them a whole lot of time. We had one job when I first started it. We were doing it for 12 hours. It would take 12 to 14 hours. God. And so we started making changes over the years. Little here, little there. Change it. We add a guy over here, and his job is just pick up trash. And seriously, it got the job done easier and faster. We're not wading through crap or anything. We changed the ways, changed the methods. Put this guy up here. Let's add another guy up there. Okay, let's put a third guy up there, and his job is just to press the button, because you get the button hanging from a pole, and he can go up there and stand and move. And there's enough guys here that, you know, we can do it. And we took that job, and it used to take us 12 hours, and we had it down to 3. You give us that piece of equipment, and we're going to have it put back together in 3 hours. And boy, they love that. Yep, that's why we had the contract for 20 years. 17 times a year we did this. And then we had there's another plant that we did kind of the same thing, but that was different. That was a Prayon device versus a Hemi. There's different ways to make phosphate. I wonder where that went. Huh. Am I sitting on it? Oh, right. No matter. It'll let me know if it's still burning. I'll light another one. Are you closer to making the show better? Maybe. We'll keep coming up with ideas and see how it works and what people say. And we got a few ideas that have come. And I'll keep talking. I still got to pack up all this stuff anyway. So I'm going to smoke this here cigarette, drink that there cup of coffee, and keep on going. Because I got to read more of the text. I get going with a show, and I miss out on everything that's going in the text. I'm trying to. Give me time. There. But I try to stick with the reading of the words. God, we've been out for 2 hours almost. Where'd the time go? Everybody go over to SJ and bid her stuff up. I like the way your shoulders roll. I just flow. You know, I took off the clean shirt. I put on this old raggy t-shirt here, so I can just talk. Okay, let's see. I got these dimes here. I got to count to 20. Give me just a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yep, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. So those are 5 more for somebody else. Where's the rubber bands? I had rubber bands. Now I've got books in the way. Where's my rubber bands? Here's my pointy sticks. They're now everywhere. What's this? Oh, there we are. Rubber bands. Ta-da. Because this guy's going to get these at some point, just not right now. I give you 30 days to pay your bill. So this guy's going to get these at some point. Okay. They go in the sold box so I don't mess with them. I got this stuff. There. My supplier ran out of the guardhouse pages, which are pretty slick. So they sent me a case of these lead dog or lead dog pages. They're wonderful. They're a stiffer, heavier duty page. So I thought I'd try them out, but they're like, 4 times the price. So I'm going to be challenged to give them away. But we'll try them and see what people think. Look at this. The cat's not been in the house for a week. What coins are on the table? Over here, what you're seeing here, these are the coins that were the prize for today's big show. I'm going to pack those up and give them away. The winner was Blockhead. He sent me his information and a picture of his chat. So I know that the person who took that picture and sent me that address is the same person who won. So I'm going to ship those out to him. And he's got, what, Morgan Dollar XF. Here's a roll of 18D pennies. We got silver and satin quarters, bag of wheats, all kinds of other quarters and such as silver. There's everything in there, just about. Here's a cat bust dime. We do this every week. Well, actually 2 times a week. No cat hair in my package. No, sir. Yours? Where's yours? Nope. There, that's yours. Looks like that. That'll go out. Whoa, whoa, heck, trouble. So you can't stack stuff too high around here, because then gravity takes over. There. So we'll get those out. Okay. But these don't cost a whole lot, and they keep these guys nice. And I found if you're gonna fold these flips, do it with a glove on, because otherwise you get this big streak, big streak across the top. Because these will show up every fingerprint that you can come up with. And boy, don't I hate getting something real nice, like this fancy proof dime. It's got fingerprints all over the package. Am I uptight about that? Am I too uptight? Let's try to keep this stuff neat and clean and tidy. Get rid of the dust. Give them a package that's going to be good to look at when they open it. There's Harold. I'm going live at 11 p.m. tonight. Well, okay. I'll be dropping this show at 11 p.m. tonight. It'll be, what, 2.5 hours? That's plenty. Why not? No cat hair on my package. Page, look, it's a standard page. Right, 8.5 by 11. 2, 4, 6, 8. Because that's a 2-inch piece. Maybe a little over. Then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 8 by 10 and some change. 8.5 by 11. Fits in your, loose leaf binder. It's one of these. So you can make your own album, your own collection. Look, you print these up. You get the binders up at Walmart for like $3. Right? They got this, clear cover, so you can just print up whatever you like. This is Lincoln Cents, and you can set up your own little program. Isn't that pretty? Set up any way you like. There. Ken, how are you? I are fine, Harold. Right now I'm just packing some stuff up, and we're talking about the big show and what can be done to make that better. We've had a couple of good ideas come through. I think I just found a 2013 P 25-cent SD, South Dakota, WDDR 012. South Dakota. Oh. Okay, ready? We're gonna go back to the. Let me go back to the page. Screen. Okay. Let's go up. We'll go to quarter die varieties. South Dakota. 2000 what? 2017. No, it must be 2016 is what I got. Huh. Maybe it's North Dakota. Well, that should be the same year as South Dakota. What's this? Why did it do that? Bear with me. Okay, we'll start again. Must be 2016. Okay, quarter die varieties. Okay, quarters. It's 2016. I thought I had that in here. Okay, I go back to quarter. Maybe it's 2015. If I have to, I'll turn around and get the damn coin and have another look. 15. Huh. Did I exceed my storage limit? 13, 12, 17. Huh. I'm going to have to turn around and find this one. 14. No. 13. No. What freaking year was that? 12. 11. Was it a state quarter? Yeah, it was a state quarter. Okay. What's this? Huh. No. 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 There's a leaky bucket. No. So I'm not going to find it because I need to find it. If I don't want to find it, then it's in the way. Non-stop. Where the hell is it? Okay, what's this? 2006. Well, that's why. Okay. It's not the same coin, but what the heck. Okay, 2006. So when we find something, right, we can attribute the darn thing. Here's some die chips on this guy. Right? You get the pooping horse. And there's a couple of different pooping horses. Yeah, this one has a die chip on the lower leg, and this one has a die chip right outside of his butt. He's got another one up here. This one's not important, but the pooping horse, the road apples variety. Yeah, that's 2006 Nevada. S is standard. It's a die chip number 1, and there's 2 photos. Is what the heck that is. So how do I get back to where I was? Huh. Okay, see, it lets you click on the photo and opens a photo up in a different page. Well, that's not right. I'm going to have to tweak that. All right, where do we go? 2006. Yeah, so that's the 2006 Nevada road apples. And it's a horse tails, legs, and EPU. Oh, and the EPU is filled in. But here I've got no... Oh, what do you call it? We got no cross references. Okay, we got a vernacular name, the road apples, a pooping horse. So we can actually give these things names, because everybody knows what a pooping horse is. Let me go back to here. I'm going to take a moment here, I think, and go use the bathroom. I'm loving these coins tonight. What do you got? CJ won last week's show. He had a good time opening that one up. How are you enjoying these packages? He got a great package. He's still getting into it. All right, I'm going to take a moment here because I got to run and do my thing because it's time. I'll be back. All right. Put that away. Yeah, it was 2006. You're the only, I will Lincoln, you are the only one on the list. Where's my eyes? Hi folks, haven't been around for a few weeks. Neighbor has cancer and has been trying to help him out as much as I could. Well, God love you for it. Seems to be doing a tad better now. Maybe I can catch up on some more live streams. Yes, I have pants on because every now and then I got to run for it. There. That works. But we had a couple of decent ideas. I think a trivia book, right? The coin community, we all get together. We come up with trivia questions and send me the trivia questions. We'll create the book, then sell the book and take the proceeds and add that as value in coins to the package. But we could keep that up. That would make a pretty interesting thing. That'd be a collaborative effort. Hey, Ken, I'll send you an email later. Think I find a 67 SMS nickel from circulation. It could be. Could have some mirror fields. Sometimes you take a new coin, put it in your pocket, and effectively what the cotton fibers in your jeans will do is almost take the burrs off that coin so it starts to shine just a little bit better than it does when it comes right straight fresh from the mint. Kind of a neat effect there. And if you keep on going, then it starts to wear the coin. But it does have the short-term effect of just a little bit of buffing up with a shiny cloth or soft cotton. Improves the look of the coins. But there are markers for the special mint sets. And it has well-defined steps, so I hope it is. There are cameos on those special mint sets. They've been early proofs, early production. They're not proof. They're quite nice, though. Cool. Now, CJ's got a coin show. He's quiet. He's a gentle talker, like say a golf tournament announcer. And here he is walking up to the 15th hole. He's going to grab the 7-iron. No, he's going to grab the 6-iron. And he's stepping over the putt. But he talks about coins. Why not? He was a channel of the week. Oh, I need a new channel of the week, by the way. I left Lemonhead up there for, 2-3 weeks now. I got to catch up and change him out. Well, we'll find somebody. It looks like it has a slight cameo. There's a reference for SMS markers. Oh, let's see. Who does the nickels the best? Try Variety Vista first off. Otherwise, you can go directly to PCGS and stare at what they have. There's articles on it. Try Numis Media, Numis News. There are coin forums that would probably have those specific markers out there for them. I have 2 1943 mint nickels with full steps. They're out there. Where are they? Sometimes they're in here. That's not them. What's that one? No? Okay, we're checking here. No, that's not it. What's this one? What's this one? No. I gotta organize this place better. Nope. 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 Where'd this come from? Any more? Huh. I should know if I have something like that just lying around in the back of a drawer. Okay. I got a couple more slabs here. Where the hell those go? I don't know. Oh. Nope. We got to get the boxes. I got some boxes coming. Well, I may have lost that. Oh, here they are. Here they are. They're over in the sold section. There you go. We got What do we got in this one? That's a 44D with 5 full steps, MS66. And his little brother, the 43D, MS66, 5 full steps. Look at the shine on those things. Yeah, that's a silver nickel. You don't see them quite that sharp too often. There we go. I keep them in the sold box because, well, they've been offered for sale. How much are those? You can have these two together for $100. They're sharp. 66s. There are some better, but not too many. 5 full steps. That's a 5 full steps. Let me see what those look like. Let's see what 5 full steps look like. And we're going through plastic, so it's going to be tough. What is the value? It's like, I think 50 and 55 or 55 and 60. But I got a good price. I can let them go for 100 for the pair. It's not a problem. Is that going to be good enough to see? They're in there. But boy, you got to squint hard. This is a fine line on the bottom step. There you go. It doesn't quite mix a 6, but you got the 5, and they're full. The 40D, is that the one? Yeah, the 40D in 66. Did not get the full step designation. Try this out. There we go. Because you got that, right? You got a contact mark right down the center of them. This is so unfair. Oh well. So that one doesn't get it. But it's a good nickel. My net sucks tonight. My net sucks every night, dude. I live out in the woods. Okay, well, here's a 43. And this is a little easier to pick up. There you go. It is straight across. But it is a fine line going straight across. Now, I might not be able to get the camera to cooperate with me today, but it's in there. I think it comes down to lighting. But it's just this line. It is tough. But, well, they called it 5. Well, good. All broken up. Sorry, but leaving. Well, thanks for coming in anyway. Look, Harold's coming on at 11. Oh, could be right side up to stack right. Alrighty, let me get those back here. I'll put this back over here. And I don't know what these are. Oh, these are some quarters that they didn't make the show today. You can't see it. See? Automatic. I need something to say. As soon as I move my arm over, it jumps in. These didn't make the show. That's okay. We'll hold them off for later. These are 69 decam. You know, just regular old Georges. Real shiners. There's all kinds of stuff around here. I'll set it there for now, because I still got to pack this up. Trivia question: how many times have you seen people thinking they have a double die coin, but it's just machine doubling? Let's see. It's the equivalent of the number of proof cents from 1976. Yeah, that many times. I need to do a show on machine doubling, because if you don't get your head around that, it's going to screw you up for a long time until you do. Is this MD? Yes. Number one, you find something, first assume it's damage. And then you have to prove your case. And if you can prove your case that it's not damage, then you might have something. Otherwise, assume it's damage. Right, next, if it's doubling, assume it's MD. If that doesn't work, assume it's die deterioration. And then prove your case. And if you can prove it, you probably have something. But, well, it's dangerous. I hand out these loops. I sell these loops. You know, they're $3, 2 for $5.50. And that's a dangerous thing in the hands of somebody who's never had one before, because it opens up an entire world and everything is doubled. Dude, I found another double. The first indicator that you don't have a rare coin is when everything you look at is a double die. No, that's not it at all. There we go. Let me polish this up. Is this rare? No, you have 10 of them. Rare is when you have one and only one and nobody else has one. That's rare. Okay. You got one more and that one. Yep. Here it is. So I'm sending this guy his dimes. I'm going to put one of them in an acrylic holder. You know, one of those. There's this extra dime. That's number 20. Because, well, first off, he gets a little, here you go, a little thank you. But more importantly, he gets a thank you where, oh, geez, maybe I should get 20 of those. So it's a little promo. How about a show on lighting and camera angles? I'm not the camera guy. I barely get by. I put this thing up, I leave it. It works. That's good enough for me. I'm really not the guy to talk about the camera activity. I paid $50 for it. That's as much as I know about that camera. I'm not. No, that's out of my league. I do a coin class. You want to talk about cameras? Go look up the photo class. Because this sure as hell ain't it, I can tell you that. There you go. I got that taped together. But that won't fit in there. That's okay. We got pieces of paper for this fellow. Let me find it. Let me find it. It's not that one. That's one. That's not printed yet. Here's number 2. Good. There's a reason I've worn through the tile on this floor. There we go. Let's get this done. Proofs are special anyway. Most aren't even machine doubling. They just glare. You get it all. Sometimes you get folks, they put up, 10 coins, pictures of 10 coins. And they say, do you see anything? And they post it in 4 different groups. And the next day does it again with 10 different coins. Well, geez, he's just putting up his pocket change, hoping we'll look at it for him. Look up your own pocket change. Well, you get the people that are just kind of using what's available to whatever advantage. All right, maybe it's like hitting the lottery. Look, most coins you find when you're coin roll hunting are, they're going to be worth 50 cents, $1. And Chris Rose just did a video. He'd had enough because everybody and his brother, as soon as you see an article about something famous, right? There's an article about a 1982D small date copper. There's been one found 30 years after they made it. One. Now everybody's got one. I got one too. Look, how do I get my $18,000? No, sorry, that's a large date. Sorry, that's a small date Philly. Sorry, that's a washer from an electrical junction box that somebody punched out and then ran over in the parking lot. Yeah, as soon as you put it up, and everybody goes nuts. It's an effect. It's one of those things that happens, and well, we just kind of tolerate it. That's all you can do. But they start getting crazy about it and just reposting. At some point, we got to shut them off. All right, I need something to put this in. That's not going to fit. Okay. See? Old packaging. And a pair of scissors. Why aren't the pair of scissors where they're supposed to be? We can make this work. There's a social affair. Yeah, I could write an article. Just make it up out of the blue. Just make it up. Look, I found a 2017 Wham! Obverse. And tomorrow, 74 people will put up pictures of theirs. I have one too. Where's my money? Huh? Oh, this coin sold for $75,000. Struck upside down. There's one that's backwards. Where the heck is that? No, I can't get to it. So I got the camera plugged into the USB, so I can't get to that one. Darn it. I can't take a picture of one because the cameras are... All right. Well, look, I got a picture, and the die was reversed vertically. It's a $25,000 penny. And tomorrow, 50 people are going to have one. Is this one? Is this one? No, you got nothing, man. Nothing. And lots of it. Okay, fold it in, fold it over. I got to take off that return address. One moment. So true. That's how it works. Yeah. It's always been like that. All right. There. Now I'll just tape up the top and the bottom. So here's what we got. We got the pocket page with all the coins. I'm going to fold it there. Now I'm going to take the bubble wrap, bring it inside, fold it over. Is that right? Let me get this lined up kind of straightish. Come on, there. And just wrap it up. Now I'm going to take that one in the holder, slide it right in there on top. That'll work. And then tape it together. I love listening to him. I'm better than Elvis. My sister got married again. Did I tell you? No, she and her husband. She's still married to her husband. They went to Vegas for their 75th anniversary or whatever. They've been married forever. I was like, I just started collecting when they get married. So they go off to Vegas. They're going to have a good time. You know the story. Here some things went on, but they stayed in Vegas. Anyway, while they're in Vegas, they made bail. All that stuff. They got married again. And there's this place in Vegas you can get married by Elvis. True story. Elvis married him again. He passed it. Elvis died 40 years ago, and he's still one of the biggest shows of all time. He was rambling. He's saying something good. Did I get that piece of paper in there? Yep, that's it. Is anything else on that piece of paper? This is the handiest thing, is that piece of paper. Yep, that's everything. Remember, if you're going to send them an invoice, pick up a pen and write thank you. Thank you for your support. People can get their coins any place, right? This guy could have bought his coins from Mantic. He could have bought them from Hidden. Could have bought them from Coin Dragon. But they don't put a little personal note that says thank you for your support. Or maybe they do. But they don't do it with the same heart and love that I do. Can you subscribe to any coin magazines? Coin World. Let's see. Konica. And I want to get... I used to get Coin World a lot when I was younger, but... well, quite frankly, they don't have a lot of content. I do intend to pick up Numismatic News. There. Now, give it that personal touch. It's the customer service that makes the difference, right? They get their coins anywhere. So if you're going to get their business and you've got the same coin as the next guy and it's the same price, it comes down to, are you packaging it well? Are you shipping it out timely? And do you care about this guy? Make it right, make it tight. That extra pocket page. Maybe that's the one thing that's going to make a difference and get that guy to come back to you. There, neat, tidy, sharp, flat. Take a pounding. That goes out. So this is Konica. Or those are going to fall. Okay, Konica is the Combined Organization of Numismatic Error Collectors of America. That's it right there. Combined Organization of Numismatic Error Collectors of America. And every 2 months they make Error Scope. There it is. Look at that. Error Scope. And if you tell them that, if you join, tell them that I sent you, because they'll list you in here, new members and recommended by, Ken Peavy. I'd love to see that. Yeah. Because right now there are less than 700 members of Konica. And this is mostly what it does. Now, there's other things, right? Remember that book? Where'd that book go? There it is. They've got a library. Huh? They've got a library. Books like this, where you can, if you're a member, you can borrow that book. Now you got to pay shipping to and from, right? You borrow it for a little while and send it back. But they got a massive coin library. You want to research your coins? Get that membership so you can borrow those books. You know how I'm trying to cross-reference everything? Well, I don't have to. I'm going to buy some, but some we're just gonna borrow the darn books and cross-reference them from there. Because, geez, the data's out there. Let's use it. So anyway, Aeroscope, you can have articles in there. Ken Potter always writes something. Oh, there's a crossword puzzle. I send one. I think they put that in just to fill space. So I said, hey, I got a crossword puzzle. You can just, copy and paste. So what do you got on here? It's an article on something. An alt for U.S. error coins. Errors on tokens. Okay, I'll do it this way. Errors on tokens is an article in there. And yeah, you can keep up. There's breaking news. Letters to the editor. Usually I send them a letter, just bitch. Works. Membership news. President's message. Why not? You get, 6 times a year you get this. You get the ads. You'll always find Weinman right there every single time. Right? And Jim's coins on the back. Jim's coins in the back. Who's this? There's Weinman. Weinberg. One of those winos. You look closer to the Philadelphia or Denver Mint. I'm in Florida, baby. There is no mint for miles and miles. Get to know them any way you can. They give you the best info. Yeah, there's lots of info. There are lots of people that have a brain out there. You got to find them. That's the trick. Let's see. That's awesome. Oh, CFA. Look, it's gone. Oh no, I put it back up here. It's gone too. I gotta hang a nail. I had the back showing earlier. There we go. We'll just do this. There. How's that look? Yeah, I had it there so I'd have a, a backdrop. Do you look closer? I was joking with you. You have an old mint, New Orleans. Is that still there? They still got the building there? I think it's like a Starbucks now. They turn it into they get one of those bread shops. Now, there's CFA. Now, if you want to get a good channel with good content, and I'm gonna give you superpowers here, so you can post a link to your channel. One moment, add moderator. There you go. You should have superpowers here now. You'll probably have to type again, but post a link. Oh, here's another experiment I had going on. I was trying to find a way to package these coins in a manner that makes sense and is inexpensive. So I took a regular flip and failed. Yeah. So I took a regular flip, cut it in half, so I can put a coin in one side and stuff it in the other. And does that make sense? And I tried gouging it and pretty much went through. But, well, the heck with it. That's on my desk. It's got to get cleaned off. I watched CFA, but he never sent me a shirt. You got to trade for that shirt. You want the goods? You got to pay. I sent him some coins, and he'll do a video of the stuff you send. Right? So you got to outdo the last guy that sent him something to get that shirt. Because it's a good shirt. You get the CFA logo in the back. Of course, you have the slogan. Keep checking that change. And you get it. That has a big cobweb on it because it fell on the floor, and I just went through with a broom taking care of cobwebs a couple of days ago. There you go. There's this channel right there. You could have just hit the dots, but this will work. And that's either CFA or Mrs. CFA or CFA Jr. doing the typing. Nobody really knows. They're all one. It's like a clone thing. It's like the boys from CFA. It'll work. email us for a trade, and we sell them at $20 shipped. I got to get me some T-shirts. If I did shirts, I'd do something like with a logo and a collar. I mean, I got nothing. I got no problem with, old T-shirts. They're comfortable. They're cheap as dirt. I throw them away if they get really gross. Yep. So we've been talking about ways to improve the coin class, the big show. This is the big show. I'm going to pack that next. Where's the flips? There they are. What's that? That'll work. So we're going to pack this stuff up and be able to put away. And we're trying to find ways. What can we do to improve the show? Different ways of drawing a winner, for example. And we talked about we'll have a trivia question based on the previous day's show on the coin class. That makes good sense. It gives the new people a better chance. The younger collectors, because if I guess a date, they can't even identify the coin. Guess the date on this one. Huh? Can you guess the date on this one? I know some of you can. Scope. Some can, but some people have never seen. Well, I can't even see it. How about we just zoom out? There you go. Some people have never seen this coin. What could the date possibly be? I got no idea. Well, we can give people a better chance changing the way we do it. Of course, this is 1866, whose aunt's seen it 4 times. There you go. And that's in the package today. This guy won an 1866 Clash die 3-center. And who's this for? Blockhead. Blockhead's getting all this. Why not? Oh, I've used it more than once? I'm getting predictable. I'll have to stop that. Anyone with an idea to help, please comment. We talked about doing a trivia, right? Everybody likes the coin trivia. So you come up with a trivia question and then explain it. A couple of paragraphs, some depth to the answer. Tell the story about the coin. And that would make sense. And we could make the book, print the book, sell the book, and then take the proceeds and add it to the package. Now that would be a community-supported project right there. That'd be a collaborative effort. Jeez, we'd come up with a really neat book that way. And if it really sells, we'll come up with a version number 2. But everybody can pitch in. We make the book, and then, get the coins out there. I'm a young collector, and I can tell dates on coins and identified coins. Outstanding relic. Relic. Gotta be relic. Gotta be Kyler backwards. Yeah, that's what that is. There's SJ. SJ, how'd your auction go? People came in and said, SJ's having an auction. So I said, go on over. And I think some people went over to shill. Well, I'm hoping. All right. We're not going to put that in a holder. But we're going to put... We don't know what this is. It's that ostrich coin. No matter. We'll stick it in a flip for now. We've got a barber and a standing Liberty quarter. That make a lot of sense, though. Some people have their niche areas of coins. I must have said something and forgot what I said. That'd make a lot of sense. Yeah. Some people don't know what a 2-center is or what it looks like. Or, if I showed you this and said, guess the date, could you have any clue what the date range would be on that? Some people would. Some people never heard of these things. I don't know. 1710. 1869. There you go. What's the date range on these? What could the date on this be? Right? Now, if I don't show you $50, oh, it's got an O. If I don't show you $50, does that change? Not really. 71 to 73 are extremely rare. The 71s are terribly undervalued. Terribly. You can get them for a very good price. These 2-centers, as I said, most of the mintages, they get into the millions, but millions upon millions were melted down. You know, what, between 1873 and 1875. And that's the Recovery Act did that. So your surviving population, 1864, you get 10,000 small motto, 20,000 large motto. 1865, you get 10,000 of those. And then afterwards, it drops to, 3,000, 2,500. Nothing. And these coins, you can get them decent ones for, for 50 to 75 to 100 bucks for decent ones. Okay. This is why I handle these with gloves. All right, that's the, there it is. Oh, you can't see it. Screen. But 1871 is a tougher date. 1869 is the, let me look at that. We'll go to screen. There you go. We'll go over to my little spreadsheet. Because you do take notes, right? And keep your notes. So 1870, you got 3,000 units. 71, 2,800. 1869, 2,500 survivors. So that's the low one. 72, those things go for 3, 4, 500. You got 2,400 surviving specimens. What's the difference between 2,500 and 2,400? Apparently it's $17 to $376. Right? On 67, you got 4,000 between the regular and the double die. But 69, that's the one to have. And you can get them for dirt cheap. XF, 60 bucks. AU, 100 bucks. We're talking 100 bucks. There are $100 hamburgers out there right now. No fooling. I'd like the hamburger, please. It's $100. Okay, give me 2 of them. Whatever, man. They got them covered in gold leaf or something. Thank you for the compliment, though. Runs great, but won't stop. Well after bills and car repair. I got my well fixed. There was a frog in it. There's a little switch when the pressure gauge drops, right? A little switch comes on, and the well pump runs. But there was a frog that got in there, and he got in between that little contactor switch, so it couldn't contact. He fried up. That was a fried frog, let me tell you. But I didn't get any water because the switch didn't kick on. So I got on there with a stick and, scraped his carcass out of there. It smelled like a baseball game. It smelled like a Denny's. That's what it was. Time to walk the dog. Walk the dog. Okay, man. Good luck with it. All right. Okay, we got these. Now, these came from Bill J. I'm going to get these ready to pack. All right. Now, the problem with these is the mylar is very, very thin, right? And people tend to stick these in a box side by side so that when you pull one of them out, just like this, that little bit of staple sticking out can mark the coin behind it. This is why you got to crimp your staples. This is why you got to find your tools. Oh, here it is. It's under the tape. All right. This ain't hard. You're just going to put that on the staple and give it a squeeze. Move to the next one, give it a squeeze. And just flatten those staples. And it's also kind of nice because you don't scratch your fingers on them. But watch the edge of that tool so you don't get over your coin and screw that up, because this will ruin a coin. I like to keep staples off the desk. They have no place near coins. I've seen them ruined before. There you go. I think approaching it at an angle is an effective strategy. There you go. Let me kill this here spider. Ooh. Hey, I got no problem with bugs as long as they're not on me. There you go. But with these flattened out, they don't scrape the coin behind it. Or by flips. Flips are good. I like the flips because there's no... you know how long it takes? If I were to put these coins into flips and then staple them, right, every one of them, and then crimp all the staples on every darn one of them, I said, to hell with this. It's killing me. I'm taking, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours a day just flattening staples. I need a better method. So I went to these, the plastic flips, and they're working just fine. I'd like to enhance it, and for that I'll need something like this, because Mantic has his. So I gotta have something to go with it. Because these are kind of naked if I, you know, just send them like that. But the people figure out what it is pretty quickly, I guarantee it. Oh, look, it's one of these. And then they can write their own stuff in. Now, Mantic goes all the way and actually types out what it is, you know, underneath his logo. I cut it off here. I think it was probably $50, I suspect. So, well, you can't read my you can't read my handwriting anyway. So that wouldn't be too bad of a plan. Just type the darn thing out. You set up a, you know, a template on your Word thing. There you go. What else? Anything else going in these? Nope. I have some flips left. I'm so happy. And I put them in the bag now to keep them dust free. There. Page. Pocket page. Pocket page. Yeah. You get these nice pocket pages, right? And they're real pretty and all. And then you put the coin where the staples are scraping through it. And if you take it out once or twice, you slice up the pocket page. Well, so much for that investment. If you're going to spend good money on these things, at least, you know, keep them good. My handwriting sucks. No, baby, my handwriting sucks. I can't read it. So, stick that in. Get them staples. Get them off the road. Make the pledge for the new year to get rid of those staples. Just stay away. The time you save pays for it. Dude, pays for it. This is done. I'm going to take that. I'm going to fold it. All right. Give it a little squeeze and slide it right into my page. That's all. If I had a little piece of paper like this, okay, I could stick that in there. But otherwise, I'm going to take this. I'm going to fold it. I'm going to slide it right in that pocket page. Just like that. See how nice that is? And you can't see how nice that is. Well, if it weren't for the glare, you can see how nice that is. You type pretty. You sure got a pretty mouth. Okay. But the time, I get the staple out of here. I get the staples. There are none on the desk. Okay, there's a couple on the desk. But the time I save when I go to package, you know, 20 coins, 30 coins all at once, it's immense. But I don't have to have, you know, penny, nickel, dime, quarter, half, dollar, big dollar, you know, all the different sizes. One size fits all. There's a cup around. Fits. I don't have to frig with that. It's in and done. You know, your Newfoundland $50 fits. The Standing Liberty quarter fits. Done. The Barber quarter fits. I'm going to bend it, fold it, stick it, crease it after it's in. Now this is out of place, so I'm going to take, I'll tell you what, I'll just include that one. See? And maybe the guy will say, hey, I can print those up myself. There you go. That look good? Yep. Take and stuff it. And I can get so much more done in a day. You know, I get time to shave my face, wash my clothes, go outside, play with a cat, go hug a tree if I wanted to. You know, streamline your operation. And these flips, dude, they work great. And I got a bunch of cardboard flips left over, and I'm not going to use them. So do I give them away? No, I don't want to curse somebody with the darn things. There we go, stick that in. And silver dollar fits. I'm enjoying the sniping coins on eBay. Oh, shit. Let me check. I meant to. Did you tell me 1 hour passed? No. That bid went way too high anyway. Okay. Yeah. I was looking at a bag of wheats. I said, I might check that out. See what happens. But if I want to take a coin out, right? That's no problem at all. I pull the coin out, take pictures, put it back in. If I used cardboard, I'd have to use a different one. And they say these are more expensive. You use two the old way. They're more expensive, plus all the staples, plus the time you're killing yourself, plus a stapler, plus your fingers, you're going to rip them up. Get them the hell out of there. Staples and coins have no place being together. Go to the 25 best DDO #1 for $10. Yeah, you're stealing stuff on eBay. Okay, get in the bag here. There you go. These are some handy things. You get these bags at the paper goods store, your food supply stores, right? If you got a Cisco near you, check it out. Kitchen store. You get these Ziploc bags. They don't cost nothing. The little ones are cheap as dirt. These are 4x6, right? I fit a couple of rolls of wheats. Drop them in. I'm going to stick them in and kind of wedge them so that they don't flop over and the bag unravel. There we go. Bag of wheats. Knowledge is indeed power. All right. Put a piece of tape on that. Not much, just a little bit. Enough to hold it so it's not going to open. There. Bag of wheats, packed up. Okay, this one I don't do anything with. Got a roll of pennies. I'll be back. I got to travel for this one. I'm on eBay and said, geez, I need some tubes. You get used tubes, right? You get it for like $2 for 100, but it's, 18 bucks for shipping. That's the kicker. But the nickel size perfectly fits a new roll of pennies. So anyway, the things that cost me what? 10 cents, 20 cents. There it is. I got no problem with that. I've seen rolls shipped in cardboard. This works great. What are you talking, 20 cents? And the guy's got a nickel tube. I've seen these rolls in cardboard. Here's a piece. If you're going to ship these tubes, and that's about right. Oh, let's see, about 3 times wide. I'll cut it here. I'm going to take the penny, put it in the cardboard, roll the cardboard around it, and then tape it. That's all well and good, right? The hassle of that, or I can give the guy something extra for a quarter, cost me a quarter, and that guy's going to come back to me. That's what that quarter is. Are you going to come back and say, geez, I might buy some stuff from him? Because you get, some cheap stuff. You get a page that costs a quarter. You get a tube that costs a quarter. No staples here. Cent rolls, that's a penny roll. That's a nickel tube and a penny roll. The dime tubes, you put those in a penny. Or the dime rolls, you put in a penny tube. Well, just try it and see what happens. Yeah, that's the pennies that came from Maury, the 2018s. But you want to keep a penny roll neat and tidy for a long time. That's the way to do it. Or you could put your good name on a piece of cardboard to wrap up a tube. And maybe they'll think, oh, this is great. If I give them this, they're going to say, this is freaking awesome. Strive to exceed all your previous standards. Those rolls are only a quarter. You get them used, right? These are used rolls. I get a bunch of them. They got stickers on them, right? The big issue is the shipping. You can get them on eBay for $2 or $3 for 100. but it's, you know, 20 bucks for shipping. Pancakes are amazing, aren't they? Try adding some chocolate chips to the pancake batter. Really, we did chocolate chip pancakes in the diner. The kids just loved them. You know, every Saturday morning, kids would come in. You got chocolate chip pancakes? No, today I had butterscotch chip pancakes. Wow! And they're running around for 2 hours. Excuse me. They're running around the diner for 2 hours. One moment. I think I might have hurt myself. Lordy. I can't scream like I used to be able to. Where'd my towel go? Yeah, kind of screamed my voice off. Well, anyway. There it is. I need some foam. There's some right here. I'm going to pack this up next. Anyway, the kids are running around in the diner for 2 hours, screaming top of their lungs. I was laughing my ass off. I love giving kids sugar and watching the parents cry. It's funny stuff. All right, fold that in. That'll be good. Fold that over. Roll it up. I'm going to put this in here. And then we're going to tape the heck out of it here. Where's the tape? If you're going to put tape on a package, put it away someplace they can see it, so they can cut it easily. Have enough that it's going to hold. Yep, this will work. Now the purpose of tape is to keep stuff immobilized. It's not a packing material all by itself. Don't ship coins with tape and tape and tape wrapped around the interior package. On a box, oh yeah, get their packing tape out and you tape that box until it's this thick. But on the inside, you just look at the immobilize. There we go. And that's a neat package. That's a neat pack job right there. That's all the coins that were in the flips, in the page, that strip of quarters. It's not crazy on the tape. I can see the tape. If I need to, I can get the pair of scissors out and tell me where to cut that tape. Okay, we got the thing. Now, with these, if the coins are loose, put a piece of tape around that. If they're in a roll, you don't have to worry about it so much. But you take a piece of tape and cross halfway so the seam at the cap is right down the center. And just put a piece of tape around her. That'll work. These are good. Those are good. Anything else? Oh, shit. I got these to add. Will they fit in there? They'll fit in there. Let's get rid of the shipping address. I don't know who that is. There's another, but it ended. They relist. Oh, okay. There. Sometimes you just peel and it's gone. Okay, quarters. In you go. Zip. And you go into. I'm going to bend that in half and fold that over. Let me make this easier here. And add some tape. There. That's a long piece of tape. Do the job. See? Isn't that pretty? Okay, do we print a shipping label for this fellow? I wonder where that went. Did it print his invoice yet? No, I have not printed the shipping label yet. Okay, here's what's going in so far. I got the proofs we've got this thing, and I got a roll of these. So now I want to keep these three together. That's no. Oh, and the roll of and the stuff. Okay, time for the plastic wrap. Yeah. There, we got some plastic wrap. You can get this at the food supply store. You got a Sam's or BJ's. You get the big roll plastic wrap. Now I'm going to put a piece of cardboard on the bottom. All right. Now there's a proof quarter set in there, but I'm going to have that, you know, a piece of armor on that, and I think I'll be okay. Yeah, I can wrap that all together around. That'll be just fine. Yep, that'll work. Add this on one side, because these are indestructible. That's wheats. They're going to be fine. There. And I got a nice little brick, is what that works out to. I'll go around in one direction. Just a couple of times to hold it together. Most of the time, if your stuff is damaged in transit, it's because it could move inside the package. Right? The stuff gets off balance, moves around, punctures the packaging. And once that happens, throw it out, baby, you're done. Your package never arrived. How come? How come my package never arrived? Because you did a crappy job in packing it. Okay, go around it a couple of times. There. Hold it together. The plastic wrap's going to hold itself on. And I have a brick. That's it. Everything's in there. I got armor. I've got padding inside. I'm going to stick that in a padded envelope, and she's going to ship just fine. And that's the guy who won the package. He'll be happy with that. Plastic wrap. Those little bits make a difference. And your customer's going to be happy, and he'll say, oh man, that's a great package wrap. He can get into this. It's plastic. You can peel it. You can pick it away. I've had packages. I mean, I could not get into the packages without a skill saw. Gosh. Never scare me like that. Again, I'll give you a pop quiz. Oh, don't worry, it's screaming. There's another, but it ended. Best packing and shipping in the business. Lincoln Central lives real close to wherever they drop off a package, because it goes from me, right? Now I drop it in my mailbox, it'll go to Lake City, then goes to Jacksonville, and it's usually there by 11 o'clock. They put it on a plane, it gets to Memphis, and they drop it off at his house 2 days after I send it away. 2 days. It takes a week and a half to get stuff from him to me, right? I send stuff to Seattle. It's there in 2 days. I order stuff from Seattle. It takes 2 weeks. What is this? I got to give my mailman a gift or something, because he works really hard, I guess. Maybe that's what it is. I got to schmooze him. Okay, I'll print this packing later when I get the printer, because I got everything plugged in here. That'll work. And if I wanted to, I could wrap that with another, used envelope, because you get the stuff. Oh. Save all your old packaging, because reduce, reuse, recycle. First off, it doesn't cost anything if it's already been used and you have it. Right, you got bubbles. You don't have to open it. You don't have to cut it. Just jam it on the top. and you've got one more layer of protection, depending on what's in that package. You know, you got really valuable coins that you want to ship, you can't have enough packaging on that. I gave my man a coin set. I don't want to tell my mailman a thing about what he's actually delivering. I just keep him thinking that I'm, you know, an opium dealer. That seems to work for me. You received a package I sent the next morning. Yeah, and Phoenix sent me a package and it was here the next day. God. Speaking of which, I left that out. I put a loop in the package and we have one of Phoenix Van Life's lanyards on there, and that didn't make it in. I'm going to have to redo this. Damn it. Well, that's no problem. We'll just wrap it up with some plastic wrap. I need a bag to put that in. Where's the little bags? That's the little ones? No. Where's the little bags? They're down here? Not there. There they are. Oh, they're going to get more shelves is what I need. Okay. Good thing you showed up. I was about to screw this guy out of his hard-earned loop and lanyard. Phoenix is like 3 hours away. Valdosta is right about halfway between us. That's an hour and a half. Okay, fold that in half. And we'll get that right out to this fella. Yeah, that'll ship fine. This you're not going to screw this up. That thing's steel. 150 miles. I think the only one closer is Amber Panel. She's over in Jack's. There we go. That'll ship just fine. Okay. Good. Zippies are handy for everything. I put Ziplocs in Ziplocs. I know a few good guys up in Niceville. Niceville. You're making that up, aren't you? Yeah. Georgia's a lot of fun. Their gas tax is a lot lower than Florida. And their cigarettes are a lot cheaper. It's almost worth it if I'm low on gas and smokes to drive the 30 miles to Georgia. Not far from Pensacola. I'm, geez, 6 or 8 hours from Pensacola. Right. I'm right here, and Pensacola is the tip of my right finger. Yeah, that's a good ways. And, you know, this is Jack's. And this is Georgia. My head's in Georgia. Yeah, I'm up by the swamp. I'm up by the swampy part of Florida where there are no people. You take a look at the satellite image of Florida at night, and, you know, there's this dark spot. I'm in there. There's nobody here. There's a guy over here, he makes moonshine, and the trees have to lose their leaves, and the wind has to be blowing, and sometimes I can see a light. That's it. There's nobody across the way. That's 77 acres of field. It was trees, but they turned them. They cut the trees down here at the center of the paper mill, and they make toilet paper. No, really, there's a Georgia Pacific plant in Palatka. They make well, whatever that toilet paper is. GP, Angel Soft. They make it right here. Angel Soft. God love them. You can take away my coins, but don't take away my Angel Soft. There's a paper mill in Perry, and they make what they make like copy paper, is what I understand. There's two in Fernandina. They're right next door. One makes pulp, right? And next door, I mean, they got a train, they got a conveyor belt goes from one plant to the next because they make cardboard, which uses pulp. So you got I think it's Smurfit Stone owns it now. It's a resource company right next to Rayonier. So one plant cuts down the trees and chews them up and turns them into pulp, and the other one refines it to make corrugated cardboard, this stuff. Or just the cardstock, just the the sheets that'll be on the craft. It's a craft process. Brunswick, Georgia has a paper mill. I don't think I've worked at that one. There's a PCA plant in Clientville, and they do cardboard. They do corrugated. What else? I've been to several others, I'm sure. Um, they're everywhere. About every 100 miles, 200 miles, I got a paper mill. Because, man, we use a lot of paper. We write on it. We read on it. We use to wipe ourselves up, clean off the table, blow your nose, wrap your tobacco. Paper is everything. Gosh, we'd be so screwed without paper. You can't get those cardboard flips without paper. Cascades in Niagara Falls makes paper when it's not on fire. Yeah, they need to work on their housekeeping, I bet. Pensacola is very, very close to the Georgia border. Yeah, I'm about 30 miles, but when you get into the Panhandle, it's a lot thinner over there. Yeah. Look, we've been going for 3 hours. I forgot about Harold. He started on about a half an hour ago. Brunswick Pulp and Paper were bought out by GP. Yeah, who was it? Buckeye just got bought out by somebody. Folsom? Um, I don't know. Somebody bought out. I think that might be GP too. Yeah, GP's really uptight about smoking in their plants. They ought to buy that one up by Niagara. Yeah, you can't smoke in the GP plant. So you climb in the kiln where you're working and just smoke there. They ain't coming back there. Jesus, 300 feet to the back of that thing. You smoke all day long, they're never going to know. Yeah. They got these kilns we always line up. Paper mills have all kinds of refractory. Refractory is a company, it's the type of industry that the company I worked for did. It does heat, abrasion, and acid-resistant linings and coatings of vessels. Okay, so you got some abrasive materials going through. You want something that's going to hold up to abrasion, like say a lime kiln, where it's continually rotating. It's on a slope, so you feed stuff in the high end, and you put fire in the low end, and the turning tumbles the stuff, and it rolls downhill and dries it out. It's a kiln, a dryer, right? But all that abrasion of the constant rolling, we put some hard ass brick in there. The whole thing's lined with brick, hundreds and thousands of bricks. Jesus, the bricks. Be a field of bricks down on the ground, and they got to go in the right order. Because sometimes, in different spots up in the back, you need, light abrasion, then a medium abrasion in the center, and then the front, you got to watch out for the flames. So there you need a harder brick, and they get heavy, man. Yeah. Then you got the whole process throughout it. It's a lot of acid in the paper making process. It's not particularly strong acid, but it's constant. So you got constant exposure of the acid. So you have different types of bricks that will hold up to the acid. Say shale, for example, holds up real well. Sometimes there's ceramic tile holds up real well. But then you got issues with the grout in between the tile, or the mortar in between the brick also has to be acid resistant. So they got different materials for that, right? Vinyl ester kind of stuff. You mix that up. You don't want to breathe that. There's a titanium mortar that holds up real well to some high acids. There's a furfuric resin that's kind of neat. That's like mixing coal tar. And it's really neat because it takes a little while and it kicks off, right? There's a reaction going on within the mortar that hardens it. And by kick off, I mean you're working nice and neat, and then you look at your mortar and it's blistering and popping and spitting out, hot spot. It gets hot and smoking. Okay, I need more mud. So you make more mud for them. Here you go. And by the time you get that, the pot of mud out that was, kicking off, you can't get that out of there by beating on it. Okay, why don't you put a hammer on that? One of those pneumatic hammers. You can get that out of there. Yeah, just drop it a bunch of times. Try it. There's all kinds of different mortars and resins and mixes and different kinds of bricks and stuff that goes in those paper mills. Plenty of good work. Boy, they smell though. What is that, a dead cat? No, that's black liquor. You used to see bentonite coming through the bridge a lot. Bentonite. Is that a company or a town or probably a paper mill? Okay, well, we're 3 hours into it, and I've had enough for now. I got to get this finished. So I got to print up a mailer for that. Yeah, we had some good ideas. Jumping into Harold's stream and back, but I got to say goodnight all. Outstanding. Yeah, black liquor. There's different kind of liquors that come out when you distill a tree. There's white liquor and green liquor and black liquor, and the black liquor stinks so heavy. I think they use it in factory stuff. Could be. I'm not familiar with the term. Yep. Yeah, we do like spray concrete. You know, you shoot the concrete. It actually mixes in mid-air as it travels to whatever it's going to be sticking to. And you blow it on, you know, only it's loud and heavy. And that's kind of neat. And they got different ratings for the stuff that you spray it on with. It'll take different temperatures. For example, maybe you want something that'll cure faster, depending on the job, different stuff. You know, you need GS9 or KS4 or what do you got? You know, just run 60. That's good. Just run 60. Yeah. There's all kinds of stuff. It's, you know, it's mud. It's concrete. It's bricks. I don't actually lift the bricks. I worked for the refractory company for 15 years, and I think I laid 4 bricks. I wasn't hired to lay bricks. I got masons for that. Yeah, I just say, you know, lay bricks. I just say, you know, mix mud. And this guy lays bricks and this guy makes mud. And as long as they're doing their job, I'm good. And I make sure they're doing their job safe. Hey, man, you got gloves on? You want to get some gloves on? Yeah, it was fun. It was an adventure. One thing I like is an adventure. So I'm having one staying home, just playing with these old coins and looking at really cool stuff. But you can apply some of what you learned before to what you can do in the next adventure. And I think we could coordinate people in a better way and come up with some neat stuff. If we got together, we could make a trivia book and take the proceeds to support that big show. That'd be neat. I did the math. We could probably sell about 1,500 copies at $5 or $6 net per copy. That'd be, you know, you're talking $7,500, and that would support an extra $100 per package for a year and a half. You think? And all we're going to do is come up with a trivia question. So send me an email if you got a trivia question. You'd like to see that put into the coin trivia book. Send me an email. Give me the question. Give me the answer. But the answer is the story. It's not regurgitating information. You know, how many coins did they make in 1962? No, I want to know the story behind the coin. What makes that special? That's something you're going to sit and read, right? And you'll learn from that. Okay, let me get back on track with the program here. The program's going to end right soon, so you have to watch it all over again. Planning to try magnet fishing for gold. Is gold magnetic? You might try magnet fishing for iron. I'm not sure about gold being magnetic. I don't study gold much. I'm a copper head. And it's not magnetic, but it is interactive with magnets. Kind of a neat thing. Another marathon. Yeah, we're calling it good, though. I'm going to go. I'm going to probably make some supper here. I got a piece of chicken that's begging to be baked. Black sand can be. I see. Okay, and then it'll hold on to the gold as you... Yeah, that can work. I see what you're saying. It acts like a glove, taking the gold with it. All right. Well, guys, thanks a lot. If you have more ideas, I'd love to hear them. You know, we chat them up again. You can always send an email. Of course, send the email for the trivia book, and we'll go from there. And be sure to check out the site, if you like. Use the screen. Feel free to check out the site. It's the standard database of die varieties. And it's a work in progress, and this will take several years to put together. It's just barely getting started. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that you don't see, and they have to be in place for it all to work. but you will find the link to that in the description below the video. Mise en place, thank you for watching, and thanks everybody else. You guys stay groovy. I'm going to take off. There it is. Stop stream.